behind you, good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk.
Probably a good thing nobody else is talking about us, huh?
Promising beer and bedlam. The talk the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
And welcome to May 29th episode of Talk of the Tavern, where we've been, the way we
over
were.
there,
all over,
over here, over there. Oh, let's see. Where's my little list? Okay, so let's do some introductions here. Okay, so we'll start, and don't forget, guys, it's been a while. I know. Whatever you're drinking, smoking, preferably don't go into any other things that you're doing right this second, though. Hold on, I'm imagining that. Anyhow, so introducing Andrea again, who's with us again.
Hi, I'm here again. Oh, I'm drinking tea. I'm not smoking, but I'm eating a ham sandwich.
You could smoke a ham sandwich. It'd be smoked ham.
Not right. Maybe. Not right now.
Yeah. But we also have Every Time Ed Summers joining us.
What up? It's Return of the Mac. I'm back. And I'm drinking, and I know Travis said not to go into this, but I'm drinking Hennessy tonight in memory of my mentor, my brother, my friend, and the best damn platoon sergeant ever wore the uniform, Henry Paul Miller.
Here's to him.
Cheers.
We were supposed to have Killin' Time Kevin, but we don't know where the hell he is. Damn Brits.
Killing time.
The Brits are not coming. The Brits are not coming. Same with Greg Chapman.
No, stop that breeding.
But what? And then we also are joined by our newest Memories Mix Mo.
Hello. I'm drinking Pepsi Cola made with real sugar.
No smoothie?
You animal.
No smoothie. No bananas. No smoothie.
Where'd all the bananas go, Mo?
They were in my pants the other day, but...
Yeah, they were.
Or in my mouth.
Yeah, they were.
That was on the other side of the table.
It was. And I am Travis.
I cannot be blamed for that.
And I am Travis Sivart. I am your host. I am drinking some Jamesons, and tonight I will be smoking some C&D, and I actually mixed two of them. It's the Autumn Evening, which is a maple blend, and Nutty Irishman, which is a hazelnut blend. And I think I am going to start out with this lovely Nording pipe tonight, which is a freehand. I like this pipe. It just looks good, feels good, smokes well too. Oh, you know what else I got, guys? Because current events and shit, and then I'll talk about what the show's about. I got one of these.
No.
I did.
No.
I did.
Flying saucer?
I did, kind of.
Hey, I have one. I have two. I have a Batman one.
What is she touching when she said that?
It looks like she was talking about pasties.
Oh, what? Oh.
I got one. I got two. I forgot about the other one. Yeah, I got on the Wish app. They were free and only shipping, and actually I figured I'd get them just to mess around with them. You know, I didn't pay $20 for some stupid little thing. You know, in my day and age, we had fidget spinners too, but we called them worry stones, and they were just a slightly indented rock that you rubbed and spun and fiddled with. And I see all these other things where like, oh, a ruler with the pencil and you spin it. Nope, never a fidget spinner. You couldn't buy those. You could buy a worry stone, or you could just pick up a rock and hit somebody with it. Either one helped with AD&D. AD&D is Dungeons and Dragons, not attention deficit disorder. So when people like go, I got AD&D, I'm like, I play that.
I got mine signed by Frank Menser.
You did, not your fidget spinner, but your AD&D set. Okay, a little bit about the show for our new listeners. By the way, apparently we had about 1,000 viewers of the video Saturday night when we were live at VandaliaCon.
Coolness.
Yeah, I know. So
Wow.
we are your at-home interactive weekly geek con, and it's all blended with wit, sarcasm, and a pub-like atmosphere. If you're wondering how are we interactive, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and if you go to patreon.com/simpletons series, you can find us there. And then, oh look, now Greg's knocking on the door. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, he can hear me, and he's on the Facebook event page, and he'll keep trying to join us on Skype. I don't know if we want him anymore. Yeah, cool, Greg. Let us know if you can get in, man. We'll bring you on the air. We want to talk about his steampunk web series that's coming up. But if he can't hook up with us, then there ain't no hooking up with us. Anyhow, yeah, we got social media, and if you go to patreon.com/simpleton series and support us on Patreon, even just $1 a month, a quarter a show, you cheap ass bastards, then you can get on to, we'll give you the link to Twitch. So you can actually watch the behind the scenes. You know what? Oh, I got to add a title. Where the hell is the title on this thing? Oh, title. Hold on. For all you Patreon supporters that are wondering where the hell that link is, I'm sending it to you right now. There we go. I just sent it. Welcome to join us. We have 6 patrons. Gene Rosnick joined us tonight. So, yay. Woohoo. Come on, guys. Support and be enthusiastic. Okay. That's our usual level of give a damn. Oh, let's see.
Yay, Fortis. I was on mute because I'm trying to situate.
Yay. Be broad. Be a jockstrap. Be supportive. Now, before we get to this week's topic of where we've been, let's do the toast and talk about the current events of the past week, which not too much of what we've done because that'll be part of the show. Okay, so let's see here. It is Memorial Day, and we're not a sentimental bunch, but we do appreciate when people give. And in this case, we appreciate the people who gave a little, or gave a lot, or gave it all. Here's to the people that look out for others that they don't even know.
Here, here.
Oh, Mo, I forgot to give you the, we have a Google Doc with a outline of the show. It's not terribly important tonight. I can add you to the list, but I'll do that during the next song. Which the really cool thing is if you guys are supporting us on Patreon, you will not be able to hear the music. You'll just get to hear us as we talk and tell you how we got to go pee. Oh,
You're
spoilers
welcome.
for those not supporting us on Patreon. We urinate.
Yeah.
Not on camera. We tend to lean to the left.
Or to the right.
Wait, did we just get political?
No.
Well, in that case, no
No.
frontal nudity.
Wait, no or full?
No?
It's
Oh,
amazing.
shoot. I better get my pants on.
I couldn't tell the difference between no and full. Which one did Mo say?
Full.
Full frontal nudity. Hell yeah, put your pants off.
Kato already did.
Sweet. Wait,
I know. I saw it. I didn't miss a thing.
Kato pulled Ed's pants off?
Yes, you did.
Sweet. Should we post Kato's new Facebook ID?
Yes, yes, we should.
So
Kato has a page.
so she gets all kinds of new friends, weirdos, freaks, geeks, stalkers, hawkers, mockers, living dead walkers.
What?
I'm like the Dr. Seuss.
Mm-mm.
Well, that was an Asian reference, beef and souse. It's also the correct way to say Seuss.
Fried lice?
Oh, that's the best part of those movies that suddenly I can't remember the name of. Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Lethal Weapon. So we saw Logan today.
Yes.
Man, Wolverine looked like Mel Gibson with that beard.
But more awesome.
Yeah.
I like Wolverine. He's my favorite.
So Ed, what do you have go on this week?
This week was, a quiet week this week. More working on the house. That's what I usually do around here. Work on the house.
What'd you get done?
And more work on my office space here behind me.
So paint a wall. What'd you do?
Shelves.
Okay, cool.
You can't see shelves.
No, you don't have to shelf. We'll take your word for your shelf work.
Yeah, quiet week this week. Recovering from vacation because Teresa tried to kill me on vacation.
Made you walk. Some people.
and bike. And yeah. On the only 2 90-degree days we've had this year, she made me bike 40-some miles.
Oh, I tell you what. Some people, huh?
Yeah.
So you wind it down by touching your shelf.
Yeah. Got to do that sometime.
When I think of you, I touch my shelf.
Yes.
Oh, see?
Okay.
There's Kato Lee's ID. And by the way, Jeff Phillips says AD&D, accidental death and dismemberment. Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, accident.
Yeah, whenever. Yeah, accident. Oh, okay, yeah, it is accidental, I swear. And then the one Brit is here. He is just posting a lot. Look at all the attention Greg needs. I don't blame him, though. I'd be freaking thrilled if I had a... He just did a Indiegogo. Matter of fact, I think it's still... Greg, we need the link for your Indiegogo, bud, for his steampunk series, because I think it's still going, but he reached his goal. And he's got all kinds of awesome people helping, including Mo, Andrea, and myself. We're apparently going to be, I don't know, some useless piece of crap in his movie. Or a villain, one of the two.
Be awesome.
Probably.
That's what
I'm
I'm
good at
used
being
to.
a useless piece of crap.
What? No.
Neither radio thing... Okay, so Gene is having issues and Ed is coaching. Thank you, Ed. Okay.
You're most welcome.
Appreciate it. And Jean says she finally got on. Yeah, see, I just looked at the thing and look at that. Ed is so on the ball. I told Ed, hey, Ed, can you, cover the Facebook page? He's like, yeah. And I'll be damned if he ain't just rocking that shit. Way to rock duty.
Oh, I thought you said he's covering his balls.
Well, that too.
Which part of what I said sound like covering his balls?
The first part.
Oh. Welcome to Talk of the Tavern?
Mm-hmm.
I see how it's similar. Oh, hold on. Why does his post need approval?
Who?
Greg, he's like, oh, here. Now I've got to go find it?
Hold on.
I approved it, bud. It's all good.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
We approve.
So let's see here. So there's their... What's actually taking you to thelastAirship.com? So let's see if I can walk through. Oh, okay. He's got redirecting to Indiegogo. And it looks like it has 3 days left. They're not actually asking for that much. To do a web series, they're asking for a pittance of support. So, and they're British, so they're naturally funny. Kato, are you British?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Just checking. You hadn't spoken much yet tonight. We have our...
I'm holding some potatoes.
That's her Thai accent. Okay, I guess we can go to a song and come back with the actual... Well, did anybody else do anything? The reason I'm avoiding asking Andrea and Mo is because we were all at VendaliaCon this weekend, and we're going to discuss that later in the show. Did anybody do anything besides go to VendaliaCon this week?
You.
I burned up in my house today.
Aww.
Your AC's out too, huh?
Well, it wasn't actually out. My father decided to go and turn off the unit halfway through the day.
Why?
So he could install little tiny circles that we're using to hail the aliens. I don't actually know what the circles are. A bunch of aluminum circles that are now affixed to one side of our house.
Cool. I guess.
What?
Aliens? Oh, we have to talk about that later.
I have no idea what they are, but they're there.
Maybe
They
they're
were half there when we got back at crazy o'clock, back from where we were last weekend, and we sort of looked up and went, "We're hailing the aliens finally. Father wants to go home."
maybe they're pasties for your house.
There are a lot of them. How many teats does a house have?
Well, I mean, imagine if it had a litter of apartments.
You
I don't
said
know. Is
It
it a
is
brick
where it
house?
drips during the rain, though.
What drips during the rain?
No, that's where the circles are, where it drips when it rains out.
Oh.
So maybe that's what they are.
Well, that's really boring. Let's go back to the aliens.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Okay, and Andrea, what did you do during the week?
You.
Yay! Wow, look
Lucky
at all
man.
You're
that. Yeah,
welcome.
Bobby. Okay, so let's go into a song. I think if we get nothing else of importance, and yeah, we'll be back. What do we got coming up? What song do we got coming? Oh, Victor and the Bully, Into the Fire, and we'll be right back to talk about where we've been. Right back. I wonder if anybody's watching us.
We got 2 whole viewers.
I think that's you guys.
Me and Andrew.
Very good.
Yep. I'm watching us.
Nice. It's a nice. I am hungry and I should have...
Did I miss you say where you're broadcasting from, Travis?
No, I totally didn't
Okay.
say
All
it.
right.
Haven't done it yet, slacker.
Uh-huh. I'll suck all over your face.
All right. Let's get rid of this nasty Hennessy.
It's not all that good, is it? That was just his favorite?
He loved Hennessy and chased it with a Heineken. I never acquired
Oh.
the taste for either one.
Mm-mm. No. No, thank you. Mr. Griffin is not here.
What?
I said Mr. Griffin isn't here. It's a Family Guy reference.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody need... What? What?
I was telling Cater that I told Mo that I was telling her about Pack and Play.
Okay. That's
Anyway, whatever.
That's a lot of telling people
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Okay. So what do we got here? It's in the Facebook page. It's like just addictive to just keep scrolling through the posts. Waiting
Yeah.
for the next one.
It's a dick. What?
I'm hungry.
Me too. I gotta move a refrigerator up here.
Yeah. I thought about putting one in the bedroom, but you know, it's like right outside the bedroom is the kitchen, so why? Just one more thing to suck down electric for us.
Facebook sells. I don't know why she would.
Oh, we should talk about what they're drinking.
Who?
Oh, that's right.
The people who posted it. We got 2 minutes left if anybody needs to get anything. What?
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 Nothing?
Yeah, I don't like how Facebook changed this shit.
Facebook's stupid.
It's a duty head.
Ew.
Duty head.
Still just 2. Come on, people.
If you want, we could like throw the freebie out there. Go look at it. So, what?
Now they'll get too used to it.
They will. Well, it'll be the same link every damn week anyway.
Yeah.
No, but isn't that crazy? How much are they? Oh, they're because they're prosthetic.
Hey, Ed, get ready with that list of links, by the way.
List of links.
Chode.
Because when I talk about, what I've been doing for the past year or so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, slapping up like the, Simpleton series YouTube and junk like that. Slapping up your junk.
No, you have to ask. You ask them.
What?
What?
I don't
Why?
know. What are we asking?
Do you go with circumcised or non? No. I'm not. I don't know.
Neither. Okay, 10 seconds.
Is a non-circumcised.
I told you they have like alien ones. Look for
I
the
didn't see
alien
that.
ones.
Oh, I want one of those.
And we're back. And we're back. Aren't they glad
Yes, we
I
are.
let them know before we came back? Oh, the shit we talk about. Okay, I wanted to let everybody know we are broadcasting from Retro Daddy-O in Williamsburg, Virginia. A very cool, awesome place. And, come in for all your Harry Potter, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek, Sugar Skull, old records, and chocolate caramel needs.
What?
Yeah. Jen, who runs the place, has buckets of caramels and chocolates right here by my table. It's killing me.
No wonder you're hungry.
Yeah, it's like all kinds of, and there's like alcoholic truffles and stuff over there.
Just throw like a handful of quarters and there you go.
Who's got
How much are they?
Who's got a handful of quarters?
Me?
I usually do.
Can we throw my...
Does that mean you need me to dance tonight?
Uh-huh. Do helicopter.
Hey, anybody want to stick a gum, Ed?
Last time I did a helicopter, I broke my knee.
Do we need to explain that?
To me?
Uh-huh.
No, I was watching it again and again on replay in my head. I never find that kind of stuff funny. So they have a what is it when you got a mannequin, but it's only like from the hips to the shoulders, so like the head is lopped off, no arms. So essentially just boobs and belly.
Okay.
Well, they got a mannequin like that in here with a corset on it. Yeah, it'd be like that, but with no arms.
Okay.
But this one is female. It has the boobies and a corset. And each week I have come in, that corset was slipping further and further down, and now I have a slightly exposed mannequin over there.
You pervert. No wonder you're hungry.
Yeah, well, they have these big, huge windows out here, so I can't even, surprise a mannequin from behind.
You're just going to start buffing it real slow.
Like this.
I should stop saying I'm hungry, but I'm hungry. Okay. So, Mixmo, let's start with you. What have you been doing for the past year or so since Talk of the Tavern was on air?
I was in Britain for a while.
Nice. On purpose?
On purpose. It was the really horrible detour in Iceland. That wasn't exactly on purpose.
Oh, horrible. What happened?
I took a taxi.
To Iceland?
And the taxi cost $220.
Maybe it was all the way to Iceland.
And then I lucked out and found a bus back. and the bus cost $7.
Hmm.
It's one of those moments of, well, that didn't go how I expected.
So was it 200 Iceland dollars or American?
Oh, Iceland dollars, it was like
2,000.
3,000 and some.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But no, American dollars, it was 220. And then I also didn't have the money, so we were waiting on a ATM in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
You just ordered one up?
No, well, we were in the middle of the nowhere, but it was like a resort thing. So it was, they had one computer and they had one ATM.
Mm.
And that was it. And then it was the Blue Lagoon ice springs and all that. Hot springs. Yeah, ice springs.
Do they have Uber there?
I have no idea. I didn't see any while I was there. Were there any while you were there?
We didn't leave the airport. There was none driving through the airport.
Well then.
Yeah. It's yeah, we went to the UK also, but we'll talk about that. So what else? What did you do in the UK?
I studied. I went to Oxford Brookes University for 4 months.
What'd you study?
I mean, what did I study?
Yeah.
I didn't study anything cohesive.
Was it
I mean, I
science?
did German for 4 hours every Tuesday, and I did social anthropology for 3 hours a week, and I did biological psychology, and I did
Okay.
philosophy of
okay.
religion.
Okay. So why did you go there to study nothing cohesive? What was the?
Because my university forgot to let me graduate on time.
Mm.
So they had to send you to UK to finish because they live in the land of Narnia or something?
Well, no, when I realized that they forgot to let me graduate, I said, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to the UK. So I put in all my paperwork and went to the UK for a semester.
And did you graduate after coming back from the UK?
I graduated while I was in the UK.
Oh.
I graduated 3 weeks before I was done with classes over there.
Oh. So
You go.
still taking classes? You're
I
like,
am not.
no, but you,
Oh, over there at
Yeah.
the time? Yes.
so-
And I took it very seriously. People were like, you are a nerd. And I was like, yes, I am, but look at my grades compared to yours.
and you're like a math person, right?
Yes.
Because you told me about like all that one Asian that can't do math that kept on asking you how much to tip people.
Was it Kata?
Yes.
It could have been.
It was wonderful. But her tipping skills were horrible because she either gave way too little or like 10 pounds over what she was supposed to give. So, I mean, it probably evened out in the end, but I
Not
couldn't
for certain
believe
waiters
how
and
bad she was
waitresses,
at.
yeah. So did you do anything else exciting in the past 12 months?
No.
You made a card game.
Was that in the last 12 months?
I think when it got
Have
published.
I only known you for a year?
No, you've known me for a year and 5 months now.
Oh, well, we made a card game, I guess. I made it in bits and bits and spurts, while everyone else worked on it a little bit more frequently and with better duration times, whereas I would work on it for about 24 hours straight and then not do anything for an hour straight. And then I would not do anything for a month. It was wonderful.
You think you'd get a fidget spinner spinning fast enough if you drop it, it should shoot across the floor and attack somebody? That'd be kind of cool.
No, I tried.
Oh, that sucks.
One of my students had one, and I told her she wasn't allowed to play with it in my class, so
Uh-huh.
I played with it the entire time.
See, you could do it with a yo-yo. Why can't you do it with a fidget spinner?
Because fidget spinners have a different weight distribution.
Yeah, I know. It was a rhetorical question.
I'm not good with rhetoricals.
Let's blame it on the government. Thanks, Trump.
It's always the government's fault.
That's right. Trump screwed up fidget spinners. True
He
story.
did.
I guess we can't ask Andrea what she did for the past year, huh? She left the room.
She runs back in.
No, I
She had
didn't
to
leave.
get-
I was getting my fidget spinner.
Nice. Is that the pink one?
Yeah, because the Batman one is cute. Don't do shit.
No, Batman.
50% of your hosts tonight have fidget spinners.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay. Oh, what did I do? I did stuff.
What'd you do for the past year?
I let my kid grow up. He graduates in a week.
All right, way to go, Frank.
Yay!
And he's already sick of adulting.
Yeah, I didn't kill him. That's what I did.
There you go. So your biggest achievement is not doing anything in that case.
Yes.
Good choice. Is she like out of sync?
Who, me?
She's like Kung Fu Andrea right now.
What?
I don't care if the words don't match her mouth movements. I'm just watching the body.
Oh.
Yay! And let's see, what you did stuff with Night Owl Creations, right?
I did. Well, I have lotions. I've done giveaways. I don't know what the hell did I do.
You made something that smells so much like blueberry cob.
Yeah, I have to tell
People
people
try to
do
eat it
not
as
eat
yogurt.
this. Do not eat it. Just doing a lot of making things, costuming things, panels, being guest places.
And you're doing a giveaway right now, aren't you?
I am doing a giveaway, and I'm trying. Are you going to post a link?
What's your Night Owl Facebook
I'll do
page? Well, I just need to put it in our frequently used links thing.
Night Owl Creations VA. Go like the page. As soon as I hit 75, I will do another giveaway, and this time it's for steampunk water guns.
And it is Creations, not Create.
Yeah.
Correct?
Creations. I can do it.
No,
I already made
that's
a
not
giveaway.
it.
What?
It's Night Owl Create.
But I was. Never mind. Anyway, I was talking. But I forgot.
Well, I need to make sure. No, that's not it either.
Just let me do
And
it.
her lotions are really awesome because they help with people that usually can't use a lot of the what are those called? You know, the hyper manufactured lotions because they're vegan and all natural. And I even got some, and I happen to be allergic to half of everything. So
Just don't eat it. I've had
I
that
can
before,
say that it tastes disgusting.
but it smells good.
It smells amazing.
So any
Just
other?
grab it, Greg. Grab it.
Or what's Greg doing?
He's grabbing his fidget spinner.
Yeah, you are. Here we go.
That's right. That's right. Men had fidget spinners for years, and we've been playing with them ever since we found out we had one.
That's actually a fidget widget. A fidget widget? What is that?
I thought you said a
Pack
fidget
and play.
midget.
It's a fidget widget. I want a midget. I mean, no. Brad Williams. I discovered Brad Williams.
You did. like
Oh my
3
God.
days ago.
I love him. He is comedian on Pandora and awesome.
Now, why does my... Let's do this. Full screen. I think I just... Yeah, just... Okay, that's why. Uh-oh. Oh, by the way, we were meant to talk to you about what, like, everybody's drinking over here, huh?
Oh yeah, on the page. What are y'all drinking?
They put it... What do we have, Ed? What they...
I'm getting back there. Getting back there.
Scrolling.
Yeah, Jeff Phillips is drinking the People's Porter.
Straight from Cuba.
Dirty.
And Ian is drinking some kind of bastard. Backwoods bastard. Hey, sounds like that kind of beer.
Scotch type ale. Huh. And Jeff has that up next also. That's cool. So let's see here. Okay. Ed, what did you do the past 12 months?
The past 12 months. Gosh. I didn't go to England. I didn't go to Iceland and pay $200 some for a cab drive. Just been working on the house. Trying to keep this short. Most of you that listen to the show before know that my dad lived here with us. And when I lost my job, I became his caregiver.
Now, did you become his caregiver because you lost your job, or did you decide to lose your job so you could be his caregiver?
We had already moved him in, and when I got laid off, and after
it just coincided.
About a year of searching for work, my wife says, "Hey, why don't you just stay here and take care of Dad?" And I was like, okay. So yeah, but his health finally moved beyond my care, so we had to put him in a home last fall. So since then, I was going to go back to work, but we sit down and did the math, and my wife was like, "Hey, your health isn't getting much better itself," because I have MS. Don't know if anybody remembers that yourself. So instead of going back to work and then having to beg for time off, you just work on the house, and then whenever we want to go camping, you don't have to beg for time off, or we can just get up and go, because she gets a crazy amount of time off a year, and we love to camp. That's what we do twice a month. Every month we go camping. So that's my life.
And he invites me at least once a year?
Probably more often than that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said at least once a year.
That's awesome. The last time I went camping, I came back with blue bubbles under my skin.
Blue bubbles under your skin. Wow.
Yes.
What kind of tick
bit you?
Was
a poison ivy reaction gone wrong.
As opposed to all those poison ivy reactions that go, awesome!
Exactly. Well, it didn't follow any of the patterns they thought that it would, like textbook patterns that poison ivy should. And then it started turning colors. I've got scars from it. It was wonderful. I've never gone again.
So I'm guessing I shouldn't invite you next time we go.
Oh, you can invite me. I'll just probably turn you down.
I'll put you on the list.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to plan one for the Dowsett State Park in Virginia, because I just like to go down there, and it's in the mountains, and it's
beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place, and something for everybody.
And no cell phone reception.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the great outdoors, but the great outdoors doesn't love me.
Mo, let me tell you about this. They have cabins.
Oh.
They rent cabins, and they have a fully stocked kitchen, not with food, but with dishes and whatnot. A full bathroom and a bed. Now, there's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches of space under the door, so you might wake up with nature in your place, but at least you're indoors, you know. And of course, you know, it's depending how your poison ivy eating habits go, you might even be able to avoid that part of it too.
Well, it's not just hiking down there or being out in the woods. They have a huge lake, so if you want a kayak, canoe,
I love canoeing.
They have a beach,
2 water slides or something.
Yeah, so it's awesome. It is something
Why water slide when you can canoe and use all those arm muscles?
No idea. Ed is a big kayaker.
Use all those arm muscles.
So,
what you been doing, Travis?
Oh, geez. Actually, when Talk of the Tavern went away for a little bit, I had a lot of extra time, and last year I think I published, oh goodness, let me pull up my Amazon page. I think almost a half dozen books between my 3 different pen names.
A lot of damn books.
I
said a lot of damn books.
And then I also recently created my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/simpleton series, which has a Talk of the Tavern playlist because, I couldn't keep up not doing this sort of stuff, and I had to have an outlet for it. What else did I do? Oh, goodness. I know there's more. So we have the YouTube channel, the mailing list for my books, the new pen name where I had my first children's book. Did I have my children's book come out? No, I didn't. It was after the show ended, so I now have a children's book out called My Bunny is a Zombie. I've gone to, a half dozen conventions as a guest, including just this past weekend at VandaliaCon. I quit working at the Mexican restaurant, started working in Outback, and due to problems with my knee, decided I need to instead do something else. So I tried driving for Uber and Lyft, and then got a huge crack in my windshield. Just got that fixed last week. Today, I drop Andrea off at her minivan, and I'm starting to sweat, and I realize my air conditioner has gone out in my car.
What?
Yeah. So, good times.
Maybe
So
you can
everybody
sweat off
join
some
Patreon.
pounds.
Throw $1 so he can get cool.
That's right. Make Travis cool again.
Because he has to drive all the way to Retro to
Mm-hmm.
broadcast. Oh, I know what else I did this year.
What'd you do?
What else you do?
I got this. It's 50
A
sheets.
book about shit?
Kinda.
No, it's you know who Gander Snitch the Goblin is. Do you remember?
Oh, okay. A book about shit.
He was more enthusiastic about the shit book.
It's 50 Shades of Brown, a coloring book for kids with just one crayon. It is great. I got Kato one. We're gonna color brown things together.
I think he was a regular on the show when he was making that. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember, Ed?
Yeah. He had started that on the show. I'm sorry, hate to interrupt, but Greg Chapman, blue bubbles under the skin after camping. Sounds like someone got an STD from a Smurf.
Fucking Smurf.
Oh, so that's what was going on.
Yeah, don't do that.
I bet you there's a
I was there with my
Oh.
very Baptist adoptive sort of family. So, who knows what
Oh.
happened.
This is something else I did. So, I now have 10 Facebook pages. Some for pen names, some for the ghost hunting stuff, some for the card game. Just a couple months ago, though, I saw something where they were like, oh, hey, you made corrections to this website on Facebook. And it was about, because I will tag my own house, Talk of the Tavern, Publishing House, Pub, and Smoking Lounge. And I went and made a correction because somebody put something up with it or it had something wrong, and I went and made a correction. And they're like, oh, so this is a real place, so we're going to give you a Facebook page for it with the blue check mark that says this is real, verified. And I'm like,
Okay.
so I've got another Facebook page I didn't even make. They made it for me. So first thing I did is, for all you creepers out there, I moved the fucking GPS dot so you can't show up at my house. Yeah. I'm not quite that lonely yet. Oh, maybe I should put it on my neighbor's house. Oh, that's something else. I could tell them
The one
about
with the pig.
I could tell them about the pigs and the
Oh my
cows and the chicken apocalypse.
Yes, there's a video. Go check it out.
Yeah, on the YouTube channel, there's a video of the chicken apocalypse. So, yeah, I now have this Facebook page for the actual location of Talk of the Tavern, Publishing House, Pub, and Smoking Lounge. And I'm thinking maybe that's the one we should make the event pages under. So everybody can go like that page too, and we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, my neighbor, on December 11th, I think, Andrea comes over to my house and comes in and she says, there's a pig in your yard. I said, okay. And she goes, no, it's digging up your yard. So I wander out of the bedroom to the front window and look out into my front yard. And there's 3 pigs rooting around in my front yard. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're not going to tear it up that bad. The next day she comes in and she says, they're back in your yard. And they've done a lot more. They've destroyed New York. She has this crazy fit about how much destruction they did. And I go out and look, and there's like this 8-foot circle they've really just tore the crap out of. And I'm like, damn it. Okay, what do you do? So let me call animal control. Okay, I can't find a number for animal control in my area. So let me call the police. And they went, yeah, that's great. Call the sheriff, not the police. I'm like, okay, I'll call the sheriff. And the sheriff was like, yeah, that's great. Call animal control. And I'm like, they weren't open. Or whatever the reason was, I didn't call him. They're like, well, he's open now. I'll connect you directly to her. I see a sign. Mo's on mute because Nana has come into the room. So they give me this woman's cell phone. And I call this woman, and this woman comes out, and she's like, what's the problem? I'm like, pigs. Which is always great to somebody, in quasi-law enforcement.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. We got the pigs. She's like, whose are they? I'm like, I don't know. My neighbor doesn't live there anymore. Somebody else lives there. I think they're his, but I can't really be sure. And she goes, well, I'll find out. Now, this woman showed up with half a beard, and was it Family Guy pajama bottoms?
No, it was the Grinch.
The Grinch. Yeah, it's like 42 degrees out. She's in a t-shirt and Walmart pajama bottoms and flip-flops, or I don't know. So she goes stalking across the hillbilly ruin that is my neighbor's yard and knocks on his door, who they apparently direct her to the next house over. So she goes over there. And finally I see her coming back. She's like, okay, look, I found out who they belong to. I found the pen. I found the hole in the pen. I showed that person the hole in the pen. But let me tell you, if you ever feel threatened by the pigs, you can legally shoot them. And I said, yeah, they're just doing what pigs do. I don't want to shoot an animal for just doing what an animal does.
Dude, bacon!
Within 10 days, I'm on 2 acres. The front yard is probably a third of that. 90% of my front yard has ruts in it that are 6 inches deep, which you're like, oh, 6-inch ruts. But you got to push that stuff up somewhere, so now you have 9 to 12-inch hills from the bottom of the rut to where it's all pushed up. You're not going to be able to get a lawnmower over that come spring. And my yard that took 2 years to get grass grown across the whole yard, and it had just been like 4 months previous, the last batch covered it, has now been pigified. So I go over and talk to the neighbor, and he's like, oh, well, the guy who used to live here doesn't live here anymore, but I'll let him know you're asking. And I went over to the guy supposed to be taking care of the pigs, and he went, oh, yeah, well, the guy who's taking care of the pigs isn't actually here. I'll let him know, though. I went, great. Half hour later, pigs are in my front yard again. I come out with my gun, and I fire it into the air. Well, apparently, that neighbor I spoke to a half hour previous heard the gunshots and saw 3 pigs running out of my yard. I never saw the fucking pigs in my yard again.
Way to go.
But here we are, heading into June, and my yard still has not been fixed, even though my neighbor multiple times has said he'll send somebody over with a tiller or a tractor with the big rake thing on it or something to fix up the yard. And last time I spoke to him, I'm like, I really hope so, because I have a lawyer that's contacting me, asking if I want to do anything. The county is bothering me about, has there been any other problems? And I don't want to make a war with the hillbilly godfather that threatened me when I moved in. It's such a mixed bag, isn't it? So I did that, and then later everything was all hunky-dory except for my yard not being fixed. And by the way, I thank you for posting the free ebook on the Facebook event page. Everybody, please feel free to go to travisisivart.com/freebook and grab a free book, and then go review it on Amazon. Gray Reinhardt says, oh, I hope to tune in at some point, but I need to do some video editing. Dude, I've done video editing. You ain't tuning in to shit tonight.
True.
And not that he heard me say that, because he ain't tuning in to shit tonight. So, I guess it was January or February. I'm in my office working on a book.
Like you do.
Yeah, and my cats are in the window, and they're huge, puffed up, tails out, and hissing and growling. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get the gun that I keep in my office, and I turn off the living room lights, and I look out, staring in the direction where my cats are staring, hissing, growling, and puffed up. And I'm like, okay. And then I see movement. I'm like, what the hell is that? Because it's huge and pale. And I'm like, chupacabra, a naked
Yeah.
Bigfoot. I don't know what the hell this is. A drunken neighbor. It's so hard to tell. These things all look alike. So I'm staring, and then I see movement. I'm like, wait a minute. And I go open my door, and I step out onto my front porch, and the big, doe-eyed, furry head looks up through the railings of my porch. It's a big cow.
No.
And he's trying to get under my porch to the little bits of grass and stuff. So I'm like, let me get my phone, let me get some pictures. And I start taking pictures. And he's like, oh, I think I'll go around the corner now. Or her, whatever. So off it goes, and I follow it. Now, the back of my house is actually raised up like 4 foot off the ground. And the cow is now hiding under there, trying not to go back home, but trying not to deal with me. And there are piles of cow diarrhea under my house. The next day when I went out, the cow was gone, of course, but I realized the trellis work I had put up around my porch, the cow had bashed in to get to the yummy green little shoots. A couple weeks after that, there's 6 chickens in my yard. And there, in my little garden where nothing has grown yet because it was still cold, where I have these 2 little owl statuettes, the chickens had knocked one of them over. The destruction never stops.
I know. Chicken apocalypse.
Yeah. And there's a video on the YouTube channel of chicken apocalypse. Good times. So, is that everything I've been doing for the past year?
Some of it.
I think most of it. The high points. The neighbor story never gets old. I'll be telling that for years to come. I'd like it to
I got
end
really
now.
jobless this past year.
Did
Does
you?
that count?
Yeah. Doing nothing is something.
Sounds like to me you need a freezer on your back porch and fill that son of a bitch up.
I've got one just inside the door. And I actually did contact a friend because I figure if I am going to shoot one of these animals in self-defense, keep in mind that I need somebody who can come pick that animal up and butcher it for me. And keep whatever portion they want. Just, give me some back. I did hunt it. But yeah, I wouldn't
Mighty.
mind having that freezer full because stupid people. How do you handle somebody like that, though?
Like
you
this.
can't.
Cannibalism.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What'd you say, Mo?
Cannibalism.
I am not eating that fatty piece of shit. I don't care how much garlic and onions you put on that fucker. I am not putting any part of him in my mouth.
Ew.
Okay. Oh, there we go. My pipe air hole was clogged.
You're what?
Sorry to hear that.
So we got anything for This Week in History? Because I'm about to go into a song and come back for This Week in History.
Yeah, I got shit.
Oh, awesome.
We just talked about shit.
Redneck piece of shit. And by the way, I've got some really cool redneck friends who I just love fucking talking to.
Ed's one of them, right?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah, absolutely. But also Poncho in Alabama. I love talking to that motherfucker. So I'm not even like knocking rednecks. I'm knocking this piece of shit. He just happens to also be a redneck hillbilly, ex-Marine sniper. Fat ass. So we both got our bad ones. Okay, what do we got here? Hey, you guys ever heard of 51 Peg?
Ow.
What? Well, that's who's up next with Another
Yay.
Nothing. And we'll be back with This Week in History. Okay. So we've got probably 4 minutes, if anybody needs to get anything.
Potatoes making potatoes.
Are you going to have a Kato potato?
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to be eating when I get home. Wonder what leftovers are still good.
You can have that burger. I left it.
Okay.
The wheat little burger.
Okay. So, Mo, we suspect the person that was cat sitting for us didn't actually come over as much as we expected her to. Because there was like 3 or 4 vomit spots. One of them crapped on the bathroom carpet. And the cat boxes were so heavy with clumpable litter, I couldn't scoop them. I had to totally dump them.
Ew.
I tried scooping them, and there was like, 20% of the litter left, like, like a half inch all the way across the bottom. I'm like, and it was nasty. And I'm like, yeah.
My mom and I came back from Vandalia Con, and the cat was pissed.
Mm.
Just mad at everybody. And my dad and Nana are like, we don't know why the cat's mad. Well, it turns out she'd thrown up on her, like, she doesn't sleep on her cat bed. She refuses to, so we put a towel over it.
Mm-hmm.
Because she likes towels. So we put the towel down and she lays on it. Well, she had puked on the towel on her cat bed. And she had, like, folded it, but it was still gross. But she had folded it over, so she wasn't sleeping there.
Aw.
They hadn't done anything with her litter box. They hadn't pulled out more food for her.
Aw.
And they were feeding her the wrong tuna fish. Because we have 2 different types of tuna fish, like the large chunk and the, like, really cheap store brand.
Uh-huh.
And they were giving her the really cheap store brand that she doesn't, it's in oil. She doesn't eat the stuff. And so the cat was pissed.
I don't blame her.
And of course they're like, we don't know why.
It's so sad.
Hey, Ed,
She's happier now.
Yo.
if you ever need stuff for This Week in History,
Mm-hmm.
you know how we have the Talk of the Tavern Tattler?
Mm-hmm.
It's got stuff. And it comes out
Okay.
like 2 hours before the show starts, so... Like the top headline is Chris Pine says, men are not all that smart. We need Wonder Woman. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's there. Al Franken has been sitting on jokes for a decade. Now he's ready to tell them. Okay.
Have y'all seen the pictures of Chris Pine dancing
No,
on the set?
no.
Okay,
But that'd be
never
great.
mind.
I really like him.
I like him.
Yeah. And
I have
Chris Hemsworth.
63 likes. 64. I have 64 likes.
Well, that's good.
I'm very excited.
Good thing you put that bra on.
It's gone up
Well,
by
she
7.
might have more likes if she didn't have the bra.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, nobody's watching. They have to pay more for that.
They have to pay $1. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Where are we at on this? Okay, hold on.
That's
That's
my
the
boots.
promo. And then we have, okay, This Week in History has started. Do over to manual. Oh. 1 second. We got 18 seconds. We're coming back.
65 likes. I'm so excited. I'm very excited now.
Why are you excited?
65. 65 likes.
On what?
10 more. On Night Owl Creations.
On Facebook.
Uh-huh.
There you go. We're back on air, so I'm trying to fill everybody else in too.
Oh, you didn't say we're back.
I said 8 seconds.
I wasn't counting.
It's we had a new person follow us on Twitch. I think it was
Who is it?
Mamiya, something like that. Hold on a second. I'll go over to Twitch and find out.
Mamma Mia?
Mamma Mia! What the hell was that noise? Is that
Somebody's playing harmonica.
huh?
Did you fart?
What?
Not yet. Maybe I just made so much noise. Here we go, followers. It was Mommy NA. Mamina. Mamina. So is there? So I can see who's following Talk of the Tavern on Twitch. I don't know if we could see who's watching right now, because if I go to it, it's going to start the damn video,
Yeah, it just says 2, and that's it. It doesn't tell you.
Okay.
Doesn't tell us anything.
But
I don't know if it tells you anything.
There's a chat box, though, right?
Yeah.
So, let me just come on over here. Maybe I can
Type it.
just mute it.
Actually, there's 3 right now. You can type in there. Who the fuck is here?
Well, it's me. I mean, I just got there. Post an update to your channel. I'm looking for the chatty part. And then we'll be going on to This Week in History, because, clip, theater mode, live. Yeah, I like how when you scroll down, the little thing jumps to the corner. Yeah, I don't see the chat part. I don't know what to do. I'm so confused.
What are you chatting?
Hey, there's 4 now.
There's 4 now.
On Twitch?
Mm-hmm. Total views of 39. I don't know what that means. Cool. That's what that means. Is there a chatty spot? I don't know. Ed, I'll leave that to you. You're the chat boss.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So I'll type in, hey.
How you doing?
What's up, y'all?
Word to your mother. Okay, so what happened this week in history?
Oh, This Week in History. Shit happened, y'all.
Awesome. Glad we had this talk.
May 30th, 1868, Decoration Day, now known as Memorial Day. By proclamation of General John Logan, the first Decoration Day is observed nationally in the United States, honoring those that gave their lives in the War of Northern Aggression. Most of you know that is the American Civil War.
So,
Following
you
World
want to
War...
explain why you call it the War of Northern Aggression?
Because I'm a damn Southern boy, born and bred. So, those damn Yankees came down here and fucked shit up, and, it just wasn't right.
Do we want to go into this now? No, I guess we shouldn't. We'll do it one day.
We'll do it one day. Following World War I, the day would become known as Memorial Day, honoring U.S. service members that had given their lives in all wars. Congress would officially make it a national holiday in 1971.
So, you know who Maya Brentari is? She used to listen once in a while.
Sure, yeah.
She's like, I think she's ex-Army. Really nice steampunk vendor and everything, but she's been doing yoga lately and getting back in shape. Adorable in general, but now she's really happy with her body, which makes when you're happy with yourself, you're extra fucking adorable.
You're happy with your body, clap your hands.
That's right. Unless you're a stripper, then if you're happy with your body, clap your ass.
Yeah.
So she put up a meme that she made today.
I can clap my thighs. Does that count?
I can clap my feet.
No feet.
I can act like a seal and let people throw fish at my head.
What's a peacock say? What?
So, by the way, for those of you that did watch Saturday's show, where I did the video challenge live on the stream of eating the baby food to get into a certain club, I failed. Not because of that one. That one's passed with flying colors, but the next one was you had to eat a fuck ton of Little Debbie snack cakes, and all in 10 minutes, and I failed. Yeah, I just...
Without drinking anything.
Yeah, I can't eat that much. It's just not going to happen. So I've got 6 out of 7 videos done with flying colors in the last one. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, but that number 6 was great.
Yeah, number 6 was great. I would have done... And that's what I told the guys who wanted these videos. I'm like, when it's about being entertaining, I am more than happy to do it, even if I have no chance of getting in. When it comes to eating a lot till I'm in pain and discomfort, oh, fuck that. Not doing that. Anyhow, Maya made a meme today. Had a picture of dog tags, and it says nothing is happy about Memorial Day. Remember that.
Nope, nothing.
Yeah.
So when you're like, Happy Memorial Day...
Yeah.
Everybody knows what you mean. Even the folks that would say something like this, we get the sentiment. But, yeah, this is like going, Happy Funeral! Which, by the way, if we're at mine, we can use that phrase.
I think I'm the only person
Rock on.
that's a present to funerals. Or whatever. I do.
Do you bring it for the deceased or for the still living?
Oh, for the living, the widow or whatever.
Gotcha. By the way, Gene Rosnick is Mommy N.A. Is that like Mommy not applicable? Okay, Ed, what else you got?
May 30th, 1593, British playwright Christopher Marlowe is killed in a tavern brawl at the age of 29. Born 2 months before Shakespeare, Marlowe is credited by some historians as being the writer for some of Shakespeare's plays.
Is there anything wrong with that, having a ghostwriter if you're popular and you're trying to just churn out?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Mo?
I'm sure they got paid too.
No.
Yeah, so when people are like, Shakespeare might not have written all his stuff, I'm like, and? So? Edison
Clive
did
Cussler doesn't write all his stuff.
Yeah. Well, most of the big writers don't that are that prolific.
Did you say Hustler?
No, Clive Cussler.
Oh, I thought you said Hustler.
Which,
like
by the
magazine.
way, has pretty decent books. They're fun and quick. They're like a romance novel for men. In other words, if you take all the romance out and put an action scene in, Clive Cussler.
Like doing it? That's action.
That is action. I don't think I saw that in Clive Cussler's book. And he will sometimes write himself into his own books.
Or did his ghostwriter?
Good point.
We don't know, but it was in Sahara that he did it. So anyhow, what else we got?
June 2nd, 1962, Ray Charles takes a country western song to number 1 on the pop charts. It will mark the first time that a country western song will become number 1 on a pop chart, that is. Brother Ray did it with his rendition of I Can't Stop Loving You.
Now, how many of us actually think of that as a country song now?
I don't even know the song.
Sing it.
Pup.
You'd recognize it. Ed, can you hum a few bars?
No.
Okay. It goes, I can't stop loving you.
I've made up my mind. And I don't know the rest of the words.
See, if anybody wants a really good reason to go give to the Patreon just $1 to get into the Twitch channel, there's cleavage.
Where?
Lots and lots of cleavage, and it's looking good from here.
What?
I don't know. I just assume you're checking yours now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm doing.
Because you know it's not Ed, me, or Mo.
What?
Mo has egg cleavage.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Hot eggs.
Take the picture.
And really bad eggs. What else we got?
Current event. I got a current event.
What do we got?
That I posted on my personal page today, the other day, and I'm going to ask people to refer to the Facebook page. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. This officer was just killed in a steel mill by a biker who had just kidnapped a child. Happened somewhere out of the Los Angeles area. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. I actually had people on my personal page to post the little emoji with the tear in the eye when I posted
Yeah,
that.
I think I did.
Oh my god. I saw it. Ed.
So you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah. What you gonna do?
Like all 7 people on the Facebook page, I'm going to have... Wait, what the fuck? What happened? Go here.
Who? Huh?
I have news.
What do you have?
Weird news.
Go ahead. Shoot it out there.
Okay, I can also post the link on the Facebook thing, which all right. How do I get on there? And then I'll read you the headline. Hold on, here we go. So everyone can read along. And sorry. Technical difficulties. All right, there you go. So everybody can see it.
Moment driver. What?
Desperate male white rhino joins Tinder in efforts to mate.
Oh, that sounds great.
Wow.
Yeah, I posted the link in there, and there is, oh my god.
That's white rhino privilege right there.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
It says, I perform well under pressure. I like to eat grass and chill in the mud. Yeah.
Perform
You're
what
welcome. And
under
check out the
pressure?
article. That's all I'm going to say about it. A little weird.
Can we join Tinder as Talk of the Tavern just to get more listeners?
Oh, let's see. Working on it. Do you have to only do it on your phone?
I have no idea. I know that bothers me when, like, what is it? Is it Tumblr or Instagram that you can't do on your computer?
Thank you, Kato.
Ribs! She brought me ribs.
Oh,
Instagram, you can
fuck
do on your
you.
computer.
Everybody should have
Tumblr,
one.
you can really do on your computer. I love Tumblr.
Oh, there is a Tinder on your computer. Let's see what it says.
There's a Tinder on my computer?
It's on my computer.
Oh.
It's an app.
Did you already join it?
No, I'm looking up the apps.
Oh, okay.
I can install it on the computer. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Does anybody know how this shit works?
Fuck, when I used to
I
be
only
on...
know how my shit works.
Oh, Gina's posting her cleavage. Everybody, go put a
Where?
little love
Where is this?
on the Facebook event page. Gina's posted her cleavage.
Okay.
She's needing some attention.
I just see the officer that was killed.
By the way, if any of you are listening and you're like, what's going on?
What?
Oh, there we go. Love the
If you go to
cleavage.
Facebook and you look up Talk of the Tavern or Travis I. Sivart author or whatever, you look for the events and you'll see the event for this show. So, and Victoria Schultz checked in just to hear about the rhino. Then she turned us off and went back to watching TV.
Oh, bye, Victoria.
The rhino. It's great, right?
Moe's cleavage.
I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to share it.
You should turn it around so the flat part goes down your shirt.
Wait, oh god.
Oh,
let
you
me
know
go
it's
back to the-
eggs?
You're not supposed to tell everybody what it is.
Any more weird news?
That's all. After that, I couldn't look anymore.
I couldn't look. Okay.
So you
Are we
got
ready for
any more current events?
I got birthdays. Are we ready for birthdays?
I think we're
I
ready for
have a birthday
birthdays.
too.
Ready for birthday? Gosh, thank you, Kata. Oh my God.
Oh, she has not wearing pants.
I am so in love. Or
What?
lust
Did
or
I
something.
miss it?
Yeah.
Hold up.
You know.
Wow.
Yes.
That's all kinds of yummy right there.
And she's got ribs.
See, people, you should be watching.
Okay, who do you have for birthdays?
Birthdays, May 29th, 1917. Happy birthday, Mr. President. 35th U.S. President John F. Kennedy was born.
1917. Wow.
Yep, 1917.
We never think about that, do we?
You'd be 100 years old today. May 29th, 1903, entertainer Bob Hope was born.
Yeah, Ian actually posted in the event page that his corpse is 119 years old. Or
Yep.
114, I'm sorry.
May 31st, 1930, go ahead, make my day. Actor Clint Eastwood was born.
I was doing Clint Eastwood lines in a John Wayne voice yesterday.
Yeah.
How'd that work?
It worked pretty well, actually. It was kind of funny. I amused me, at least.
A lot of people were born this upcoming week. It's a lot of birthdays. Hard to choose people, but May 31st, 1967, acting Colin Farrell. And getting back to that first one, June 1st, 1926, Marilyn Monroe.
Huh.
June 1st, 1937, actor Morgan Freeman.
Love him.
Yes.
Yes. June 2nd, 1972, actor, comedian Wayne Brady.
Love him, too.
And I got a personal birthday shout out going out to my bud, Ronan Chang.
I have a
birthday.
birthday shout out,
To who?
Go ahead.
and I put it on the page so everybody can wish him happy birthday to Sean Mills.
I was about to mention him.
Yeah.
A couple other
Happy
birthdays of friends. Carl Kesner of Mysticon. Who else we got? Tomorrow, Professor Elemental is turning 42.
Oh, happy birthday.
I like my horse.
And on Saturday, Carla Brindle of Mysticon. is also turning 42, so they're both in the year of the meaning of life. And our new friend from RavenCon and MarsCon, Greg, is turning 27 next Sunday. So happy birthday to everyone.
Happy birthday to you.
Mm-hmm. So
You
let's
want to
see.
sing Asian?
And then, of course, there's the opposite of birthdays. People that we lost this week. Greg Allman of the Allman Brothers and Roger Moore of James Bond fame.
Now, how hard did that hit everybody?
Not really that hard.
Andrea?
They punch like
I'm
girls.
devastated.
What'd Kato say?
I've been eating my feelings all weekend.
She's been eating her what all weekend?
Feelings.
Eating her feelings all weekend. I'd like to be...
After Sean Connery, they could have stopped making James Bond movies.
Now when Sean Connery goes, that's different.
You know, I grew up with Roger Moore, and I liked the fun...
Did you? Y'all go to school together?
You know what?
They know each other on a biblical level.
Ooh.
I did have a discussion with Mo's mother this weekend that if Sean Connery walked in the room and, Travis, I want to shag you, I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
I'm not into this, but just to be able to tell people, oh yeah, he was right here in my ass. I'd be like, yeah, come here, Sean, we can do this. I'm not into men, I have no interest, but yeah, I'm getting laid by Sean Connery.
He's not a man, he's a god.
Yeah. And by the way, Mo's mother agreed.
To let Sean Connery do you? Okay.
Yes. Though I think there's a chance she would have shoved me out of the way and thrown something in to the ring there.
In
What?
Yeah, that.
the cock ring?
Yeah. Okay, I guess we could do another song and come back with the second half of the show, right?
Nice cleavage, Gene. Nice. Thank you.
There we go.
You got any bacon with those eggs, Mo?
Oh, I gotta find that picture.
Did you post a picture to the Facebook event page, Mo?
I did. I responded to the cleavage.
Oh, we have a whole cleavage thread now. We'd appreciate it.
Yes.
Everybody just posts their cleavage to the cleavage thread. I feel like your eggs need googly eyes.
There's
They
most
could use some
eggs.
googly eyes. I don't have any right here, though. I've got, like, polished shells. They kind of look like eyes.
They do.
Oh, that's
Also
funny.
got a whalebone. Does
I
that
bet
work?
you do.
Is that like a penis?
No, it's an actual whalebone. Like a vertebrae from the spine.
That'd be great if you pulled out like a 12-foot whale penis.
Pulling it
Well,
out.
if we're going to talk about some wood.
That's a nice
Oh.
piece of wood you got there.
Mo's showing
It
wood.
is.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Are we
Okay.
doing a song now?
Are we doing? We're going to do a song now, and then we're going to come back and talk about where the show came from, and where it's going, and all that good stuff. Okay, so who do we have? Oh,
You know, we're good.
Bad Pollyanna's up next with Hollow. Great new band I ran across. So here they come. We got 3:45 if anybody needs to get up for anything.
You want to show Ed your bone?
I've been watching Duck the Bone.
Go ahead and give this dog a bone, baby. I'll take it.
That's
I'm
a
gonna go get
shower,
an
not a
actual
thrower.
drink.
That's your bone.
Okay, Mom.
All right. I got to find food. Everybody's eating.
I'm not.
The tea wasn't bad, it just wasn't cold.
Oh, was sweet enough?
Yeah, it's fine, it just wasn't cold.
Mm.
Anybody watching this on Twitch?
I don't know. I can go look. It says 3, so it's probably just us 3. There's a good chance that even Gene isn't watching us anymore. Yo no sé nada.
Hmm. It doesn't say. There's Kiddo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you missed the headline, Kiddo.
What are they doing to it?
Oh, feeding it.
Oh, they're not like, no.
Gene's watching, so one of us must have not stopped watching. I don't know. Who knows? Hi, Gene. Isn't it exciting? Woohoo!
Yeah. This is what you get for your quarter a week when you can feed someone in Ethiopia.
But she wasn't
What?
watching earlier in the when we had the other conversation.
Hmm.
I was boiling potatoes
Potatoes.
I'm hungry.
and heating up ribs.
No.
They heat up really well in the crock pot.
Oh.
You just cut them, put barbecue sauce in, put them in a crock pot. I went to look for relish to make the potato salad.
Foot. Oh.
There's none in the pantry?
Just a disrespectful amount of relish in a jar.
Who ate it? I don't eat that shit.
I wouldn't put it on potato salad.
I put it in
And
stuff
macaroni
sometimes.
salad.
I ate all those mints because I was hungry.
30 seconds.
Oh, Travis did a video where he ate pie. Oh, where's the pie eating video? Is that put up somewhere?
Nope.
No. I'll just tell you about it.
I might make a compilation video of all those, though. 5 seconds.
I just opened pudding.
Yeah, you did.
And we're back. Yeah, I might, so I did those 7 videos. I might take those 7 videos and pick out the best parts and make a compilation video of all the best parts, especially the one where
The baby.
the one where I ate the pie. There was a couple good ones in there.
You ate a baby and then you ate pie?
Yes. No, ate pie and then a baby.
I ate Andrea's cherry pie on camera.
Ah, fun.
I liked it. Oh, and the seal one.
Oh, that people like that.
Yeah.
I showed that shit to people at work.
Yeah. The staying alive one wasn't so good.
No.
Would have been
don't
easier
do
if somebody else was holding the camera, that's for sure.
that. But I was busy.
Okay, so what else we got for this week? Let me come back over here to my notes. Oh, it's all up there. Look at that.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so talking about where we've been, this show started out as Sounds of Steam, a steampunk radio show, and it came about because, and most of you have heard this story already, but it came about because I was a guest for like 3 minutes on somebody else's podcast type radio show, an internet radio station, and then the person who ran that station went, "Oh, you should do your own show on steampunk." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, that fell through, but I had put everything together. So I was talking to Kevin Crew, who's a regular on the show, and he went, "Oh, I know another guy that's got a radio station. You want me to talk to him?" And 3 days later, Sounds of Steam aired for the first time. Well, after about a year and a half of Sounds of Steam, I went, well, there's only so much steampunk you can talk about without starting to repeat yourself. So I want to broaden the spectrum. And Talk of the Tavern was the result of that. Now, Talk of the Tavern has grown even more with the Twitch, but also TeslaCon has agreed and made us the official broadcast of TeslaCon.
Woohoo!
And this weekend, I was talking to Shelley and Brett Dusick of VendeliaCon, and we are the
Yeah.
official broadcast of VendeliaCon.
Woohoo!
So you'll be hearing about those two conventions and other related things quite often. And maybe other conventions will bring us on as the official broadcaster there, so we can keep you up to date on those, because those are fun. And of course, we do live broadcasts from some of these conventions, and that's always a great time. It's different from our regular show. There's never any music, and it's generally an hour or two of just interviewing people at the convention and having a good time. I did get a rubber ducky vibrator
Yes.
this
Oh,
weekend.
A steampunk one.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be confused with the children's book Steam Duck.
No,
and it came from She-Ra, the Queen of the Universe, or whatever. She-Ra.
I do have a
Awesome.
signed
Shira.
copy. Shira, yes. But she likes to call her Shira.
It's always She-Ra now.
I do have a signed copy from Emily Bush of Steam Duck.
Nice.
We were at a
We
convention.
do too.
Yeah, good little book. So yeah, in a couple weeks we should have Eric Larson of TeslaCon and Kevin Style of so many different steampunk initiatives, I guess is the best word for them. We'll also probably have people like possibly Saragon O'Daisy of... Hold on. What's the name of her television show?
Absentia.
Cynthia, thank you. And Jeff Mack of Steampunk World.
I know because I'm on it.
We are. We're going to have an IMDb page soon.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't get it up there, then I will just go put it up there. So, there's that. So actually, we kind of scheduled out the next couple weeks. What do we got next week is supposed to be... Okay, so we had this one show we were planning on doing called Boys Being Bitches, Men's Rights Movement. Well, a lot of the stuff we've talked about recently, or I've talked about to different people, is women's equality and how it's actually really, really fucking lacking. Which this is something, it's subtle. We don't even realize it half the time, especially men don't realize it quite a bit. And surprisingly, a lot of women don't even realize it. And it's bullshit.
And then there's people like me that just are completely oblivious to it
You know, I don't know.
half the time.
Mo, I'm thinking you might be more aware of it than a lot of people because of your lifestyle. But that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother show. Because that's something I've wondered about with, a lot of... I know multiple young ladies that are going gender neutral or beyond, and I'm wondering if it's a unconscious thing of women aren't treated as equals, so what can we do? Obviously protesting, being nice, pointing it out, all this other shit ain't working, so what do we do? But we'll touch a little bit on that next week. What do we got after that?
They got to fight the power.
Talk to the black man, he'll help you out. What do we do? That's a good question, but not tonight. We will have Ben Morrow of Wizard World and other stuff on the 12th, and we are hoping to have Eric Larson and Kevin Style on by the 19th. So we'll see what's going on. We've got a list of stuff.
The 19th, I'm going to be so frazzled-brained.
Why?
Because I will be just back from Awesome Con.
Oh?
Which will be
Oh my god.
first huge convention I've ever been to set up a table at least. And that's going to be nuts.
Felicia Day is going to be there.
Felicia Day is going to be there. Stanley is going to be there.
And the rest of the crew of the Guild.
The Guild.
Felicia Day is going to be there.
And a whole bunch of Doctor Who, new series stars are going to be there. Billy Piper, Catherine Tate, David Tennant. I'm just beside myself with joy and anxiety and worry.
Why worry?
Well, I've already had to reschedule my loading time with the convention because they wanted me to do it Thursday from 11 to noon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to be up there until Friday, 5 a.m. So I had to email, and now they very easily, they were like, yeah, you're good, don't worry. But at the same time, I'm just like, now, and I haven't gotten my badges in the mail yet.
Mm.
By
That's
the way,
a thing.
you rescheduling might help you.
It might.
Because they have now heard your name specifically, so you're in their head where others aren't. So, you know, and as long as you're not a pain in the ass when you come in to do what you have to do, you know, you make it a smooth transition, then it'll be like, oh yeah, Mo was, you know, running behind, but it all went smooth and very cool, very, very laid back, good. We liked it. So don't sweat that too much. Hey, look, I got a Coke Zero with Watson on it.
I like it. Oh my goodness, but what do you think of when you see the word Watson?
I think of Sherlock Holmes.
Okay. See, I thought supercomputer.
That's Wilson, isn't it?
That's a volleyball. Wilson! So, VandaliaCon this weekend. Let's talk about this a little bit.
It's great.
What was great about it?
People, I did panels. It was just awesome. I met some great people and cosplayers, and
Now, was this
It
your
was
first time doing panels, Andrea?
no, there. I've done panels before, but I've never done a panel on gothic horror and steampunk,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. I walk into the room and there's a bunch of people waiting.
Yeah, for any of you listeners that ever been in panels with like, oh, look, there's 2 other people here. Okay. We actually had great attendance on, we when I say we, I mean Andrea, Mo's mother Tara, and myself. We had 6 panels between the 4 of us that we were all on, and it usually just 3 out of the 4, but one of them all 4 of us. And we had great attendance, like 20 plus people, and a really great interactive audience. And I think people's favorite was the cosplaying outside of your body type.
Oh yeah, that one was fun. And
I liked that one.
I'm gonna post a link. I'm sorry, I'm eating ribs that Kato made. I met an awesome cosplayer named Steven.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that anybody should be able to cosplay. And he has a page. It's called Nubs Cosplay.
Nubs
He
with
does
a Z.
great. Nubs with a Z. I'm going to post a link. But it's just pretty cool.
And
Didn't get to follow him. Now I'll get to follow him.
just
Yeah.
to be clear, Steven's right hand, he was born with just a nub, a stub, from the elbow to about halfway down the forearm on his right hand. But he's out there cosplaying things with, well, we had him on the live show. He comes up, I'm like, all right, and I go to fist bump him, you know, right hand to right hand, and he fist bumps me, then he's like, oh, you did it too hard, you know, and he was just great attitude and spirit, and you know, we talked a lot that weekend, and he told me about how, you know, he used to be nervous and worried about it. And I'm like, yeah, don't be, man, because I can go out there and say things, you know, supportive and whatnot, but you're living it. You're the example that anybody who goes, well, I'm the wrong color, or I'm too fat, or I'm too old.
No.
If you could do it, we ain't got no damn excuse. So that was very cool. I liked him, and he was a good guy too. He will. You know, you meet some people and you go, oh, that's great. Can we, I got to go somewhere else because I don't want to talk to you anymore. But him, I had fun time hanging out with the whole weekend.
We talked about cats and classic toys, you know, from the 80s and 90s, and I'm like, Lord. But, yeah. It can't be classic if it's from the 80s. I'm not that old.
The first time we really got to talk was after he downed the rest of his bottle of whatever he was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And he sat down and he went, oh, I should have done that after we got to talking to you.
He
But
did,
that was okay.
He did say on the live show he was glad he can look at me and not the audience because he was really nervous about a crowd of people sitting out there watching him. I'm like, no. The way you think about it when you're up there is it's a conversation with me, and a third person is just right there watching us talk and nodding along or whatever. So you acknowledge them a little bit, but mostly you talk to me. Just like when being interviewed on camera, you pretend the camera is a third person watching, which it is.
We had a room full of people.
We did. We had a good crowd. And I had people come back the next day and they're like, oh, my jaw just stopped hurting from laughing this morning. It was great. And then they had this butterscotch liquor that they shared. God, that was good.
That was awesome.
It smelled amazing.
Then there was this cherry liquor that tasted like cherry NyQuil. Not as good.
Especially after butterscotch.
But I'm really appreciative that they shared, but man, I wish I put a smaller glass out there for them. Okay. So, the show is growing. We know where we came from, and we know where we're going, sort of. And as we said last week on the test run, that was very impromptu. When I first realized I had a place I could broadcast out of, I was giddy. I wanted to dance around and giggle. And Kevin Crew, he told me when he got the message the next day at work, he squealed like a little girl.
Where is he?
Like a million feet tall.
I know. I'm telling you. Some people. He still hasn't responded to my message, so I guess he's not joining us tonight. He might still be in Portugal. Maybe they decided to keep him.
You never know.
Hold on. It looks like Jammin has posted. That means he's around. Hey, Jammin! Lost track of time, but he's here now 2 minutes ago. Yay! Oh, there he is. See, and that's, you put up the picture of Steven as Doctor Strange. And if you look at his right hand, you know those cheap toy grabber things that kids love to play with? He took one of them, cut off the grippy handle, put it into a solo cup, painted it all one color, put a pad inside of it, and he puts that on the end of his nub, so he has a mechanical hand. So that
He also made really cool glowy cosplays.
Yeah, resin.
Yeah, resin stuff.
So Ed, is there any direction you'd like to see us go with the show, or anything you'd like to see happen in the show?
Out there, that away.
Excellent. We're headed that way.
We need sponsors. If you want to sponsor us, go to Patreon.
That's right.
Give us money.
And on Patreon, there's actually let me go over here to where the heck is my page?
That way.
Creator page. The rewards.
It's a post on the event for Patreon. Sorry, go ahead.
Like if you come in and you throw $1 at us every month, you're going to get the behind the scenes access as much as we can. For $5, I will record a video on YouTube about a topic of your choice with my approval, and with my own special little view on it. For $10, I'll write a limerick for you. I'll use your name. Actually, I wrote the whole reward as a limerick. And for $20, I'll record a video just for you or about you. And I'll say stuff about you, maybe good, maybe insulting. We don't know. So I kept it simple.
We didn't find out.
We are halfway to our first goal, by the way. And the first goal covers our basic creative needs, which is whiskey and cigars. But beyond that, there's things like, covering the technical cost of running the show, boosting the signal, getting the equipment to do a mobile show, instead of having to borrow equipment when I'm at a con, I will have all my own equipment. And then the highest level I bothered to put on there is if I'm making $1,500 a month on Patreon, I will rent a private studio to do Talk of the Tavern out of, and have a video room set up for the fun extras. So, join us on Patreon. Give me $1.
See,
Damn it.
you can see what Kato's doing. She's hopping on bubble wrap.
She is with her. Wow. So,
There you go, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
so are we just out of things to talk about now?
Oh,
I'm waiting.
No, we're all very entranced by Kato's legs.
I am.
Oh, you saved them.
And there's
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care.
And she's got a tan from here down. You can't see it, right?
Be still my beating heart.
That's not your heart you're beating.
Oh, sorry. Was the mic thumping again?
Yeah, so Ed has a new mic setup. He's like, I went out and bought a cool microphone. So now every time he types, it's like he's beating the native drums.
It's funny. Okay,
What do you got?
let me look at the thing and see what we're talking about. Vandalia they have a cause,
Mm-hmm.
and they raise money. As soon as you're done lighting your pipe, you want to talk about it?
You can.
I don't remember all of it. I know it's breast cancer research, and they raised enough money for, was it a mammography bus that they support to get a new engine and a new mammography machine?
Uh-huh.
Mammography machine?
Mama-ography.
Titty squisher.
Yeah. Which they are now looking at making. There are special pads out there for larger breasted women, so it's not quite so much of a torture process, and they're looking at getting those. This convention in 4 years has supported the local cancer research, and it's mostly breast cancer. Their tagline is saving the mothers of invention. And
Yes.
there will be videos up later this week on YouTube regarding this. I just haven't had a chance to do the video editing since I got back at 2 in the morning last night.
It was after 2 in the morning.
It was.
I know I was there.
Did you guys finally leave?
It wasn't much longer after. I mean, it was minutes after you.
We stopped, and they have a really cool store there with like vintage toys, like what we grew up with, He-Man and Ninja Turtles, and there's an arcade in there. So I had to go check it out.
Which makes total sense.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I really wanted to check it out, but my mother was done.
What time did you guys get home?
We got home midnight sharp.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. But we also made a few other stops and everything. We
Well,
kind of took our time.
Yeah, when we were going past Clifton Forge, we had to stop at Jack Mason's Tavern. We called them right before close and had dinner, did a video.
Yeah, that'll be up on the travel tips, travel adventures playlist of Simpleton series. Oh, hold on. I got a message. Maybe it's one of the Brits. Oh, Ray, I don't know if you're listening. One of the guys from the group just posted saying, sucks that I didn't get in. Ray, if you're listening, man, no big deal. I had a great time. You guys are great guys, but I just can't eat that much, buddy. So, no worries. I guess I should type to him now in case he's not listening, huh?
Maybe.
But
my mother and I passed the time coming back from Vandalia Con by coming up with the speciation and origin of the species of orange traffic cones and traffic barrels. We do that on all of our long trips. It's actually really fun. We think that we figured out which ones are the females and which ones are the males. But
and
I hate to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you
how
tell?
can you tell? Okay, so when you get out to West Virginia, they have these really, really skinny, phallic-looking traffic barrels. Versus when you're in the Virginia area, you have much fatter ones. The fat ones are actually the males that have been recruited by the female laying the eggs at all construction areas. So I'm going to write a handbook because nobody else understands.
We need a handbook.
You know what? You just publish that book, and you know how I have like the 27 Thoughts books? That could be like your $5 book. Just a little silliness. Do a pen name if you need to.
It's wonderful, though.
Yeah,
We're crazy.
There is nothing wrong with a good heaping helping of silliness. So
We passed the time
That's why we're
drive
here.
into Pandora.
the comedy channel. Good night,
Right,
Gene.
wait.
A zine and throwing it at people for $2.
What?
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 You did what and threw it at people for $2?
Oh no, I'm thinking about making a zine and
Oh,
throwing
okay.
it at people for $2.
That's modern slang for magazine.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's its own subculture.
Oh, no.
There are zine cons now. The zine fests. There's a Washington D.C. zine fest, a Richmond zine fest, Tidewater zine fest.
Ugh.
It's like trading card stuff, only with you take your own zine and you trade it with people.
Interesting. Let me know if you
It's
need any
weird.
help. I'll contribute
I will
something.
try.
No, I mean, just if you need, content or something, and I can, I don't want to be a big part of it. That's your thing, but it'd be fun to throw something your way if you need it.
You need to write something with a real, just amazing bombshell called Mallory Monroe.
Can it be a cross-dressing duck?
Yes.
That'd be fun.
That'd be so cool.
Instead of Mallard, it's Mallory Monroe.
My mother and I, driving back from VandaliaCon again, we were looking at all the signs because we know that one of your characters, his name hails from one of the signs,
Correct.
Croker Norge. And for half the time I was trying to come up with how Croker Norge was talking to Clifton Forge.
Ah, yeah.
And how there was a Lillian Ravenswood, and there was a Trevelyan Lockwood. And then we got to the end, and I looked at my mother. I said, "These signs are amazing. Look at that one. It's Mallory Monroe. Look at that one. It's State Inspection. They're all just great character names."
Well, there's also Phoebus Buckrow.
There is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another character.
My mother could not remember what it was, so she was like, "We'll go buy it sooner or later, and I'll remember what character it is." Because she was like, "Phineas? Is it Phineas Buckrow?"
I liked Phoebus
Not
because
Phoebus.
it was not masculine, and the character is very masculine in the kind of look at me type ego, the false alpha who just wants attention and whatnot. So I thought the name Phoebus went well with it. And of course, Buckrow is a masculine sounding thing, so it worked out. So with VandaliaCon, let's see, we showed up on Friday, did a little bit of setup, and then wandered off. Where the heck did we wander to while they were doing their... They're like, "We're going to play this movie about people dying of cancer. Bring tissues." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And we did...
We went to the green room and, just around.
Part of that time I just spent like laying down in a parking space so that we wouldn't lose it.
Yeah. Oh, we went to have food in the restaurant.
Oh, that's right. That was pretty good. Except for
Other than the part
Poor
where I
Mo.
got cheese accidentally put into my food.
Everybody says.
after requesting no cheese. "This has no cheese in it?" "Well, if we take that off, there's no cheese, right?" "Right." "Wrong. We have mystery. Sneak cheese."
They put cheese inside of it.
Meat cheese.
Like bits of cheese. And it plagued all of us because we all had the same hotel room. Plagued all of us for the rest of the convention.
And then, let's see, what else did we do Friday night? We had the one panel, which was Stop, Collaborate, and Listen. And actually had a decent crowd, 8 or 10 people, more than I expected. And
Well, it was the first day. People
Especially for
didn't really
Friday
show up
night because
Saturday.
there weren't very many people
Mhm.
there.
how nice is it when people come up to afterwards and go, "Wow, that panel was really helpful. Thank you." Did you
You
have...
had people coming up and saying they came because you were there.
He did. That's very flattering.
Yeah.
I never...
I had a few people say that it was awesome.
It feels good. It's because that's what we want to do when we do these panels. It's not so, "Hey, look at me." It's, "Hey, maybe I know something that can help you out." So when they actually come to you and go, "Hey, you helped me out," it feels good.
Oh, I meant to the convention. They actually decided to come out there because you were going to be at the convention.
I did hear that directly from one or two people, and then you told me other people told you that also. And yeah, that's what I enjoy about conventions is hanging out and chit-chatting with people. And if that means that's why they show up.
Paying someone to man your table.
Did you say paying someone?
I don't know, strapping. Maybe you're gonna pull out those handy dandy handcuffs and just lock somebody there.
I did not sell a single thing.
I did.
Oh, did you get the other $2?
Oh, is that?
Random.
Oh, yay! I made $5.
Hey Mo, Jammin posted a normal cone and a silicone picture.
I gotta go see.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. So yeah, I'll be curious about your cone thing. Saturday we woke up, wandered down, and now Saturday we were stacked. We had 5 panels for the 4 of us, switching on, so 3 of us were at each one, and then the show at 10 o'clock that night. And I tell you what, Saturday's...
Had all of us at the panel.
What's that?
One of them had all of us at the panel because Tara and Mo were my models for cosplay.
Now, just so everybody knows, Tara's about my age, so mid-40s, and she dressed up for that panel as Boo from Monsters, Inc.
To show you don't have to be a youngin' to dress as a child,
And then Mo dressed up as Hero from Big Hero 6.
Yeah, and it shows that you can do stuff with things you already have. You don't have to spend lots of money or make all this stuff, and you have a great character that's recognizable.
Now,
and Mo bought the shirt. Both of them. I was surprised.
Yeah, but Mo had to have that specific shirt, so,
And
right?
like I said, with a few additions, now this is stuff they pulled together in a couple days. With a little bit of time, it would have been easier for Tara to get a stuffed Sully to carry around, and Mo to get a...
Baymax.
Thank you. Baymax.
But what I did is the pictures that Boo drew in the movie of, like, her scary monster and then her and Kitty, we had pictures of that for her to carry around. So they knew.
So, and then my mother refused to put her steampunk back on afterwards.
She's like, this is comfortable.
Her first pair of leggings.
Boo at the steampunk convention for the rest of the day.
As Boo.
And some of these panels have been written down as ideas for whole shows. Because that's something, when people are like, Travis, what kind of panel can you do? I'm like, I have 4 years of this show. I could do a panel about anything. Because that's what this show is. And if I don't know about it, then I can ask questions about it by whoever else is on it that does know about it. Which, that's a beauty part. And that's sometimes Ed, when we're doing shows, Ed has been the question guy. You can grunt or something, Ed. This is just trying to bring you in so you can participate too.
He's like, yep.
I'm hungry.
Are you hungry?
So we did Where's the Gothic Horror in Steampunk? Steampunk was birthed by Victorian science, which I enjoyed that one. That panel didn't go the way I expected it, but I enjoyed the panel anyway.
What if your body doesn't match your cosplay or body type matches cosplay?
Cosplay etiquette.
Cosplay etiquette.
And the least attended one we did, which surprised me, I'm not unhappy about it because I love that the other ones were so full, was creating a card game. So, and we had one kid in there who I think he had some special stuff going on. He had some extra challenges in his life, but he asked good questions and participated well. The one that was in the card game one, Mo, as well as Andrea, I think he was in one that you were in. He was a young, thin kid that was like nervous about asking questions. He was like, raise his hand and then put it down. But yeah, I liked that kid and his mom.
He's kind of new to all of it, so he was a little nervous. I actually was able to attend a panel.
His cosplay. Liked his cosplay.
What was it?
Okay.
Well, I would guess his costume.
Okay.
But he was doing the nurse, doctor thing.
Gotcha.
He had It was, he had like the butcher knife and then some scalpel tools. It was pretty cool.
Oh, Andrea, before you go into your description, Gander
What?
Snitch the Goblin was there, who used to be on the show, and he got to play on the live show, and we got to interact a lot. It was very good to see him, as well as his alter ego of Robert Turk. Great to see both of them again. But one of the highlights, as much as I adore him, his wife, Rebecca, who she and I have barely spoken when we crossed paths before. Well, this time I took time specifically to chat with her. What an amazing woman. And
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
right, and that leads
Yeah.
into the panel that you went to see.
Yeah, I actually got to see a panel, and yeah, saw Rebecca in passing and other conventions and everything. I didn't know she could talk, other than like hi, because she just sits there and she's cute. Oh my God, this panel was so great and so informative, and
What
she is costuming, how to costume or how to put together a costume in a character. I don't remember the technical thing, but it was great. And what I like about it is she stressed you have to start somewhere. You don't have to have a huge budget or a lot of sewing skills or anything. Use what you have, whether it's buy-in or repurposing or making everything, from scratch. And I like that.
Preaching to the choir, right?
Yeah. And you don't have to stick specifically to a certain character. Everything, as long as you have the points that everybody knows, like she showed an example of the Little Mermaid, Ariel, in 3 different ways, but it had the red hair, the purple and green color scheme, the shells, so you knew who it was. But it was great.
It's recommending Jake from State Farm as my friend. That's a friend of Kato's and Andrea's, not his real name. Anyhow.
Yeah, it is. He's Jake from
Isn't
State
it?
Farm. But I found out that this is her profession. She works with ballet companies and theater companies everywhere doing costumes, and she teaches at I believe it's Ohio State. Plus, she's going to the same university to get her PhD, her doctorate, so she could be the doctor, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Now, I tell you what, we got a couple minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's go into another song. And then when we come back... Oh, by the way, this next song is by Ceiling Demons, which is the lead of this band is the son of Madison Hatter, who did Mad Hatter Tea, who now is doing coffee.
What?
And he's going to be sending us some samples.
Oh, I need this.
So we might have an official coffee of Talk of the Tavern.
Blech.
Poor
I'll drink
Mo
my-
is allergic to coffee.
Yeah.
Like throat closing
I'll
up.
take their portion. It's okay. I'll suffer.
Oh yes, you'll.
I got this, Mo.
Okay, so here's some Ceiling Demons, and we'll be right back with the Sounds of Steam Music Hour, which is horribly inappropriate.
Yay!
Yeah, we'll love it. So, the heck with the topic. Let's find some crap to talk about. We'll be right back. So we got about 3 minutes, a little more, if anybody else wants to do anything.
Can I tell you about something, Travis?
Yeah.
At Vandalia Con,
Mm-hmm.
I think my mom and I now do a really good job of finding BDSM people that want to talk to us about stuff.
Woo-hoo. I know who you're talking to.
You've learned how to recognize them, huh?
Well, no, someone came up to me.
The girl with
And-
the tattoo
Jennifer?
right here?
Yes,
Go
I
on.
know- yeah. Sorry.
went on about the Stop, Collaborate, and Listen
Mm-hmm.
panel
Mm-hmm.
and how it was helping her with,
Her BDSM blog.
Yep.
Yep.
And I was like, good. Great. Okay. And my mom was just talking to somebody else. And
Aren't you glad you've been oblivious till you were over 18?
wasn't exactly, but mostly, yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm glad people aren't approaching under 18 to talk about it.
My first internet encounter
Mhm.
of any horrible kind was within the first few months of being on Facebook. And basically, I'm not quite sure how it's considered, but like cyber rape, I guess,
Yeah.
or cyber sexual harassment.
Mm.
And it was of that flavor.
Interesting. And this is what I caution my son about. Yeah. You know, it's one thing if it's somebody your own age, but when it's, yeah, no.
And I was so ready to be on Facebook, and then it was like, nah, I'm good.
How
And I
old?
didn't do
How old
Facebook
were you?
forever.
I don't know what you're doing, but can I help?
15,
She has really bad
14.
sunburn. I'm
No,
putting
that would have been high school. I was in middle school. 12, 13. It was right when I got Facebook. It was 13.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
Can we talk about that when we come back on?
sure.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't mention names. I forgot. People listen to Twitch.
Maybe.
I gotta
No.
be conscious of that.
But there were only 2 people on Twitch still.
Yeah,
I'm not one of them anymore.
I'm one of them.
Gene might be the other, or it might be me. I don't know. I don't think I am.
Jammin was there.
Well, yeah. Okay, might be him still. Okay, where are we at? Oh, dead air. Doop.
You can't tell on the camera that you're sunburned.
Nope. Sure can't.
Nope.
You
Sure
look
can't.
really white. She is so red like a lobster. White, red lobster.
And I've been looking closely too.
We need to re-record the intro for the Sounds of Steam Music Hour because Daphne's not with us anymore.
Oh.
Ah.
Red lobster?
Oh, we could have Kato talk in her girly, her little kid voice.
Oh, and her sex voice?
And me getting naughty with a little kid. Oh, gosh.
5 seconds.
That's inappropriate.
That's so inappropriate.
And we're back. Hold on, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's have a drink.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's ramp that shit up for the last hour. Oh, so in the break, for those of you not watching on Twitch, you didn't get to hear the conversation between Mo and I. See, when you're at conventions, just like when I used to do Ren fairs, there is a certain percentage of the crowd that is into BDSM, which, cool, that's fine, that's cool. And, Mo, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the past 2 conventions that Mo and I have both been at, Mo's been approached by BDSM people for a conversation. And the first time, Mo and their mother didn't realize what this guy was. And I stepped in and drew the conversation to myself, and he left shortly thereafter. No threatening, no chest beating, no problem. Well, this time at VendeliaCon, there was a young lady who really appreciated our Stop, Collaborate, and Listen, and her thing is she has a BDSM blog. And she spoke to me about ideas, and then she like, oh, I need to write that down. I'm like, text yourself. Oh, that's a good idea. And she told me about the situation between her and this other guy who's apparently the alpha dom and always has to be in charge and can't be told that they need to do something. She has to phrase it in a manipulative, asking way so he doesn't get butthurt. But she also approached Mo. Now, Mo, is there anything about that encounter that is relative that you want to talk about? Or can I go into the next part?
It's one of those things where even when the conversation became circulative, cyclical.
Yes.
Where it was like, and then she'd like repeat what she said as if she was like, well, you didn't respond the way I expected you to. I'm going to repeat. It's one of those moments of like, I have responded. I'm going to respond the same way the second time.
Yeah, that's somebody who they want the reinforcement. But I said to Mo, well, I'm glad to hear that you didn't really have these encounters when you were under 18. You know, that the culture is respectful enough to not approach children to start discussing it. And that's when Mo says, well, when I first joined Facebook, you want to go on with the rest of that?
When I first joined Facebook, when you turn 13, there are people that join before 13, but you're supposed to wait till you're 13.
Right.
You turn 13 and you get your first Facebook page, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a teenager. I get to be on this site. Mom and Dad are on it. Actually, I don't even think either of my parents were on Facebook yet, so they didn't really understand how it all worked yet. But I got my first Facebook page, or my account rather, and within the first 2 or 3 months, I was approached in the messages by someone I knew even, with, I'm not quite sure what the appropriate term for it is, because I haven't really looked it up or thought about it that much. But what could be considered cyber rape or cyber sexual harassment in the messaging area of Facebook at the time, which wasn't Messenger, but and it was very explicit and disgusting. I don't know how explicit you'd want. I don't mind saying it.
You can say it on here, yeah.
But going in about how salted needles going through your breasts and through your nipples, or threading up, like lacing, but like through your skin on
right.
your the sides of your thighs. And it was one of those experiences where it's like, I didn't know how to turn it off yet. I didn't know how to turn off Facebook Messenger. I didn't know. So even if I was on Facebook, it would pop up as you were going in the corner. So it wasn't like you couldn't read it. And it turned me off of Facebook for a long time. And when I finally got back on, I deleted it all and knew how to block. But
and that's,
I was very careful for a while on any internet.
At that age, you were still identifying as a young lady, correct?
I was.
Okay. So...
I didn't know that...
Yeah.
It's weird, but I was still not...
You were figuring things out, as you still are, as we all still are every day.
Yes.
But the bottom line is, it doesn't actually matter what gender the child is. What the fuck? As much as all of us on this show enjoy making a innuendo or a write-up comment. No. What do you think, Ed?
It happened.
How big is your freezer?
Cannibalism!
Good answer.
That's right, it is. It's, yeah, we still have predators, and online has made it easier in some ways, many ways. I remember when I first got online back in 96, I was part of a chat room, and it was a scrolling chat room. Very, very advanced for the day.
I was first born.
Yeah, there you go. And there was one guy in particular who would target the young women of the chat room for cybersex. And we being my ex-wife, who was just a friend at the time, and a few others, would very much run interference as best we can, because without seeing the chat, we can't move forward. But we could recognize the flirting that leads up to these things, and we would definitely run interference and send private messages to a young person going, just making sure they were aware to not get into a situation that they weren't comfortable with. And I warn my son about it now, because it doesn't matter gender. Some people are just creepy little motherfuckers. And what did you just post, Andrea?
Something. You're so serious, so I had to.
When you eating a bowl of rice naked and a duck bite your dick. See, talk about child stuff. Hello, Sodar. How are you, buddy?
That's Cato's people. The rice thing.
And look at the family's reaction behind. The mother type figure is just like, oh my, and the grandmother or whatever, is it a grandmother or another child in the background? Whatever
Laughing
it
and
is. Crack it up.
yes. Oh, like they do.
And I don't think the kid is stopping eating the rice. I think he's just like, more rice.
Oh, Asians.
Hmm.
They're my favorite.
So Ian's still with us. Who is still
I'm
with
sorry,
us?
Ian.
Yeah, who's still here?
Roll
Everybody
call.
post either on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch, or on the Facebook or on Twitter or wherever you are.
If
Let
you're
us
watching on Twitch, I'm sorry.
know.
Not really.
Why?
Oh, they get to see behind the scenes. Kato's like really sunburned in places, and I was rubbing cream on it. And Ed's reaction. Yeah.
Jealous. I'm so damn jealous.
Okay.
Hmm. So we're in the inappropriate hour. We got a couple more minutes before a song. So
This is the inappropriate hour? I thought it was a whole damn show.
It really is. Really is. Oh, hold on. We got Gray. Did he finish his video editing in less than 14 hours? Yep.
Maybe.
Gray came in at the wrong time. I'm here as of about 10 minutes ago. Wasn't quite expecting to hear the topic being discussed. Yes, Gray, we've entered the third hour, which we drop the topic and go into more or less appropriate.
What people been up to, I guess.
So
anyway.
Great. Let us know what kind of videos you're posting or editing. Let us know. Post it in the group. Let other people see it. We don't mind. That's what we're here for, man. Oh. So let's see.
The last time I did video editing was for a project in Spanish. And it was great because I won first place and it's this big thing. But then I was talking to my best friend's sister who just graduated, and it turns out our teacher still uses my video in her class to show people. It wasn't that good of a video.
But it probably was for a person of your age. So
I use dubstep in the background.
That's okay. I like dubstep. I've got that on my Pandora list. I don't think I put it on there. I don't know who did, but I'm okay with it.
I bet you I can find it.
It's let's see here. I've been doing a lot of video editing with the YouTube channel, and I have a bunch of videos on my phone from this weekend. I've got to go edit. I might do a little bit of that before I leave here. There's a laundromat next door where I'm broadcasting, and there's like a little 4-year-old girl with her hands pressed against a window, staring at me and my mustache in amazement.
Is she in the window too?
Huh?
Is she licking the window too?
Not yet. No. I think she's more together than that. But they're out there bouncing a ball, and she just realized somebody's in there, and he's got a crazy mustache. So I waved. They waved back. Then they went back to playing. Good times. Glad I could share.
Oh, shoot. Why is it going?
What?
No.
No.
You guys can't hear it. I can hear it.
Yes.
Whoa.
Correct.
Okay. I found it.
You all right now?
You have for your background?
I am now. How's everybody else?
What are you
Han Solo? What, Andrea?
I'm asking what's Mo listening to. The stuff that goes with the
Latino America.
Oh, I thought it was a soundtrack
Dubstep.
with your background thing. No. What?
Oh, goodness. And that is her phone, not like a plate with food or something, right? Okay, yes. I wish that was sound effects that I put in, but no, it wasn't. Let me see if Kevin showed up yet. Greg, you still listening?
What are you talking about?
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's just move on. So there we go. Okay, we'll pour another whiskey. That'll do. Uh, so, I did put up 27 Thoughts on Enjoying Life. I recorded me reading it from a book, so it's on video, so you get to watch me flip pages and hear that noise. And I'm smoking a pipe while reading it. And I put that up on YouTube. And I thought, oh, well, you know, whatever. It won't be just here's a quick, easy thing to listen to. It's like somebody listening to you or actually reading a story to you in front of you like you would at home. And I'm rather pleased with the response to it. It's not all that many. In 6 days, it's had 22 views. But I did have somebody contact me.
Hello, I'm Travis Sivart.
See, speaking of video starting. She contacted me and said, I went and purchased the paper copy of this book since I don't have a Kindle. But thank you so much for recording it. I really appreciate it, and it's really helpful. And then I have another friend who actually requested for me to read books. Now, Andrea has been requesting this for a while, but now I have the YouTube channel. I can put it up on video. But her and her husband listened to it while falling asleep. They say they haven't got past like number 5 in the book, but doesn't matter. Puts them to sleep. That's good.
Just what you need. Every couple needs a little tiny Travis in the corner of their room reading to them at night, watching them.
Nice.
Yeah, that would replace Glenn Harold for me.
I also, just the other day, how many days ago? 1 day ago, I read the first story out of Etheric Elements, and that's had 11 views. And then, of course, 22 hours ago, the video of me talking about being in the men's room at a West Virginia rest stop while wearing a kilt was a video I posted the other day.
Brave boy.
Good times. You could watch a video. So
Like the backwards thing?
What? No, I did not turn my kilt backwards to pee.
You should. Okay, it relieves the entire sporin problem. I'm telling you.
You think you have issues? You should see how they look at me when I'm wearing a kilt in a West Virginia bathroom.
I'm sure. I am sure. And by the way, I have no idea why Facebook is making us approve certain posts on the event page now. There's no way to give full permission.
Yeah, I just checked that too. Could it be Gray? Did you say you were going to the event? Because I noticed some people we have to approve and some people we don't. I was wondering if maybe that might be.
I think it's
the
videos.
difference. Well, but we didn't have to approve the video that the Arthur God just posted.
Mo's an admin.
Ah, that was you. Oh.
Hi. Yes, that was me.
I'm trying to think what other. There was one earlier I had to approve. Give me a second. I'm scrolling down.
It was one of Greg's, I thought.
Yeah, it was the one with the web series. Maybe it's posts that have a link that take you outside of Facebook. Really, Facebook? Dick move.
Maybe. Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah. Go eat some rice.
Yeah, that video of the Dick was so adorable.
You're welcome. I wanted to give you a moving and totally lifelike Dick.
Mo sent me a Dick video.
Well, what is the Dick doing?
Mostly wiggling its little
Dick nose.
We should go to a song. Yeah, we're going to go into a song. We'll be right back. Here's the Big Fibbers with My Girls from Outer Space, followed by the Bewitched When All the Freaks Come Out to Play. We'll be back. So there we go. We have about 5 minutes.
You wanted to end on the Dick nose?
Yeah, it's a great place to end. Good times. Staying alive, staying alive.
So I bought a manga?
Are you watching Andrea, Mo?
Yeah.
No.
She's
I
all
bought
like,
a manga.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
What was that
you
all
talk.
about?
I'm good.
I was watching a video. I'm gonna post a video. Hold on.
Okay.
It's so adorable. Oh my god.
I give you the best gifts.
Yeah.
And I've only known you for a year and 5 months.
Who's counting?
I am.
There we go.
So many.
So we should talk about Gray's video when we come back.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I can show you the picture of my dad that looks just like me. Random.
Oh, that is adorable.
I want one. Okay. I'm gonna stop watching it now. It's so cute.
They're feeding it.
Oh, I know, with the wee little bottle.
Dictic juice.
Is that you?
That's my dad.
Wow, that looks like you.
My mom literally looked at the picture when she first saw it and went, "When did we ever dress you in all white?" And my grandma went, "When did I get a picture of her in all white?" And my dad went, "That's a him." And my mom was like, "No, they said they're good with she, her pronouns." My dad said, "No, that's a him. That's me."
That's funny.
So, it's great.
The pronoun thing.
I look a lot like my father.
Oh, it's a 5-minute video.
It's Gray.
Yeah.
Once again, coming to
What?
you from between the black and the white.
Tick tick?
Hey, let's do something just for fun today. Let's have a ghost story. Now, it's not a scary ghost story. This is the legend of the Gray Man.
It's got a
And the
good
Gray
voice.
Man is a ghost who appears at Pawleys Island, South Carolina, in advance of hurricanes or other big storms. And as you may know, if you watched the little host
You know who else
introduction
has a
that I
good
did
voice?
for this series,
Who?
when I moved
Brett.
to South Carolina and
Yes,
learned
true.
about
Oh
the
my
Gray
God.
Man, I automatically latched on to the Gray Man
Oh,
as
hey, I
something
never
of an
got
alter
my
ego,
eye patch.
simply because my name is Gray Reinhardt.
No, you
But
did
you
not.
can learn about the Gray Man from sources like Ghosts of the Carolinas by Nancy Roberts, a nice little book. And she actually tells us that the Gray Man first appeared at Pawleys Island in 1822. And it,
Interesting.
What is?
The video that Gray posted about the Gray Man, which we'll talk about when we come back on.
Not a friend request?
From who?
Shane Sturm.
That would be
That-
Shira's friend.
Shira's girlfriend.
Okay.
Shira.
Yeah, I just got one.
Shira.
Shira.
Not too exciting for Twitch watchers. Woohoo! But
Oh no.
that's the behind the scenes. That's what happens sometimes.
Stupid nose on the dick.
30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
I need the rest.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
And
Yay!
we're back, yeah. Yeah, I don't know
So
about
exciting.
It's so we were watching a little bit of the video that Gray posted about the Gray Man, which is a ghost that appears in South Carolina before large storms and whatnot. So I didn't get to watch the whole thing because, running a show. But yeah, it looks very good. And by the way, great, you have a good voice. That's a good voice. Well done. So, good stuff there. And then, of course, we got to, behind the scenes, watch Andrea watch a Dick wiggle its Dick nose.
It's so adorable.
It is. It's a Dick adorable.
Yeah, it is.
The dickable.
Mm.
Addicting. Addicting.
Addicting. Oh.
It's warm in here. I'd have to go back and turn on the AC, though. Maybe I'll do that during the next music break. Okay, so what other crazy shit has gone on lately that we could talk about? Anybody got anything?
Brett and his amazing voice and storytelling.
Are you talking about just when he dresses up as the troll hunter?
Not that Brett, the other one.
Oh, okay. So Brett Dusek, who runs VendaliaCon, or is one half of the couple, and we credit only them. There is a whole board of directors and everything, but they're the face. And there'll be a video up on the Simpleton Series YouTube channel about that a little later this week. But his show started while Talk of the Tavern was still going on Saturday night. But what he does is
awesome
a cappella singing and storytelling. So he'll sing a song, no musical backup, and does a great job of it. And he'll also do like verbal storytelling, usually Native American stories. And it's surprising how great this actually is. Enjoyed the hell out of it, and we had to go back over there anyway to drop off some dishes from when I ate like a baby with a bib and a diaper on.
Yeah.
And I was happy that Andrea wanted to join me because I wanted her to see at least a little bit of this. And I've described Brett before, and I'm like, he has the voice of an angel. And Andrea, what do you think of the whole thing there?
Yes, he does. And I was so tired, but I sat down and I didn't want to leave till he was done. But I did have to pee, so I did get up for that. But
Yeah,
I didn't want to leave. Yeah, you know. But yeah, I want to catch it again next year or whenever I can.
Are you showing us something, Mo?
No. I'm actually looking for a tape measure.
I can measure out 9 inches real quick.
If you fold it in half, right?
Actually, I can measure out a foot real quick. But... No, actually, that was really close to what I would do.
And for those of you not viewing on Twitch...
Kato put her foot on.
And Andrea doesn't like feet. She's got a feet phobia.
Not a fetish. It's the opposite. Ew.
My foot is a foot long.
You could tell if you hand her a loaf of bread and she puts it in the middle.
Oh.
I had to stand up for a bit.
Sandwich, but it's 2 feet on the outside instead of the bread on the outside.
So while at VendaliaCon, they had a gentleman there named Professor Bubblemaker, who did a whole bubble opera. But he basically just does amazing things with bubbles, like makes heart-shaped bubbles, encases people in bubbles. And of course, really, I mean, this Pipe and Cigar group that was trying to get me into their little club, one of them posted a picture of like him with his 3-year-old out in the backyard. He's showing the cigar, and he's like, okay, I got to go because we're going to play with the Frisbee and blow bubbles. And he showed a bubble gun. And I responded to this, big, tough, shit-talking group with, bubbles, I love bubble guns. And one of the other big, tough, badass guys are like, fucking bubbles, yeah! Really, who doesn't like bubbles? But, so I'm loading the car. And he comes up and he's like, I saw your coexist sticker. And he starts to tell me this story about religious tolerance, because I have one of those coexist stickers, which, by the way,
I love Uranus.
Yes, I do have a I love Uranus bumper sticker, which is from Spaceballs. Well, I close my hatch on the back. I'm like, did you look at my coexist sticker? And he looks closer, and it's all geek signs. Like the T is a phaser from Star Trek, the I is the TARDIS, The O is the One Ring. The E is a balled up alien from Aliens.
There's
And he's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. And then the Cthulhu fish instead of the Jesus fish. And all these other
I
stuff.
got a mat.
She
Didn't I
did.
get you that?
I'm sure you did. You also got me the bumper sticker that says Cthulhu 2016, why vote for the lesser evil?
I have that too.
And that's when I think Professor Bubblemaker realized I wasn't pushing a religious agenda. I was pushing a geeky agenda. What do you owe about, Mo?
I found a ruler.
Yay!
Is it a king,
I
a
can be a
prince, a
ruler.
Maharaj?
It's a flexi ruler.
You don't find a lot of flexible rulers.
Mine won't do that.
Well, yours is also smaller.
Oh!
If you fold it in quarters.
Okay, let's go into another couple of songs. Little Birdie Baby and Cabaret Berlin with My Girl's Pussy. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. My chair is shrinking. It's going down.
Good night, Ian.
Oh. It's getting shorter. We'll be right back. You're welcome.
No, I just look up and you're... You know,
Huh?
we have to be more entertaining in the behind the scenes.
Mm-mm.
We want $1.
We don't have to.
Nope, we can
This
sit
is
here.
usually where we talk about people.
We ain't gotta do shit.
Oh, and I have a question.
Yes.
Like, because I know Talk of the Tavern has a Patreon. Should I not say anything about my Patreon?
No, absolutely say stuff about that.
Okay.
The purpose of this show is our social release. That's the primary purpose. Secondary purpose is,
I don't have to actually be near people.
but we still get to hang out. Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
we're sitting in a bar together.
Exactly.
Oh.
We are,
And it doesn't smell like alcohol.
And Jammin says using 3 devices to follow a show: Twitch on tablet, so got behind the scenes, Facebook on phone, so I can follow the post, and radio on the laptop for the music. So there we go. And good night to
Oh,
you.
so he's actually looking at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's like,
Bye!
Travis, the Bob Lowell that sent you the friend request a while back.
Yeah.
He's the one that actually thought we were all sitting in a room together because he heard the glasses clank for the toast and everything. And I went into work one morning and he's on the show and it's really, really cool. They're just sitting in this bar and they're talking. And no, we're not.
That's great.
It's a virtual bar.
Yeah, it is.
And there's
This is the future of...
I have
on a
brought you
bar.
into VIP, right, Mo? You're part of that?
Yes.
Okay, good. But anyhow, dear Jammin's listening. What the fuck was I talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, promoting yourself. The secondary purpose of this is to promote our shit. Now, I don't want you like every 3 minutes posting a link or referencing your Patreon, but like you have a new book out, let's talk about that. You
Yeah,
just set up
we
your
need
mailing
to.
list. What, Andrea?
We need to. They forgot to.
Mm-hmm.
But do I just post a link or do I try to bring it up? I don't know how this works.
Both.
Y'all make it look so natural.
No.
Imagine that you're hanging.
natural about this.
Yeah. Imagine hanging out with us and there is another person watching and you're like, oh, they don't know about this book. Let me talk about my book. And, you know,
Hey, Ed, let me tell you about my book.
wait till we're on air.
My book is also bigger than whatever you got. No. It's not actually. It's a very small book.
You really are behaving like a 19-year-old boy now, aren't you? Always about
This
dick
is how
size.
I normally act with people.
I know, I'm teasing you with the size comparison. Mine's bigger. That's just very...
Mine is.
I'd like to say it ends with 19-year-old boys, but some guys just never fucking get over that shit. So anyhow, when we come back on, absolutely go, I want to talk about my new book. And then I also have a Patreon. I'm going to post it. Absolutely. And we can ask questions about your book, etc., etc. So don't hesitate to promote. Just, don't try to dominate the whole show with it, which I'm not worried about you doing.
I've got a drawer over here. A sideways drawer, so you have to actually pull the drawer set out. Oh, darn. Everything fell. Oh, well. You pull out the... You pull out the drawer set from the thing, and then you pull out the drawer. And I've got really shiny bookmarks. They're holographic. I don't know if this is going to work. There it is a little bit.
Yay.
And I've got like 5 of them. And I've got 3, well, not bookmark sized. They're more like poker sized cards, but I've got 3 more coming.
Grab your phone, go into the Facebook event page, do a 5-second video of the shiny bookmark. Andrea, what were you going to say?
Okay, you know how in our cosplay thing, and talking about taping and binding?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Pinterest, and they're like, open chest binding first. Wash the area and shave all the hair and get the tape. What?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like,
don't you dare.
Yeah, that's what this is showing. And
Hold on to that thought. Let's talk about it on air.
Oh. We're not on air?
No.
Grandmaster Mo say no.
So, yeah, that's a good topic for on air that can...
Medical tape. It's medical tape. What?
Asian penis?
What is wrong with you?
Oops.
What's wrong with you?
30 seconds.
A long time. Wait till we get on air. Kato's crazy Asian. I can't eat all those ribs. What's wrong with you?
It's really funny.
I never would have guessed. Would you tell that's funny?
5 seconds.
My lime lotion I made.
Okay. And we're back. And while we're in the break, Jammin, who's watching on Twitch, knows we have like 3 things to talk about. Do we want to start with Elizabeth's hyena-like laughing, Andrea's article, or Mo's topic?
Kato starts first because she'll forget.
Okay, go on.
So, I'm going through Pinterest,
British
like
accent.
I do, and I came across this post.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Married couple go to the hospital to have their baby delivered.
Okay.
Upon their arrival, the doctor said he invented a new machine that would transfer a portion of the mother's labor pain to the baby's father. He asked if they were willing to try it out. Both very much in favor of it. And the doctor set the pain to transfer 10% for starters, explaining that even 10% was probably more than the father could bear. However, as the labor progressed, the husband seemed fine, and the doctor asked to go ahead and kick it up a notch. He then adjusted the machine to 20%. The husband still felt fine, and the doctor checked his blood pressure and was amazed at how well he was doing. At this point, they decided to try for 50. The husband continued to feel quite well, since the pain transfer was obviously helping out the wife considerably. The husband encouraged the doctor to transfer all the pain to him. The wife delivered a healthy baby with virtually no pain. She and her husband were ecstatic. When they got home, the mailman was dead on the porch.
Now,
That's horrible.
Mo promotion.
Pro-mo.
Shut up.
A promo.
You need to use that in your newsletter. Promotion. Write that down.
What I'm
Text it
going
to yourself.
I'll text it to you. Don't worry. You go on.
Mo.
What are you promoting? What do you got?
Right now, I am promoting my newest book. Yeah.
Which came out
Yeah.
when?
Which came out. I don't even remember what day last week it was. I was not getting enough sleep.
Last week.
It came out last week. It is a steampunk LGBT macabre romance.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it a lot, and the people I've made read it, who have read it, really enjoy it. So I think other people might enjoy it. It's about a girl who gets the first mechanical heart transplant, at least known in their country. And she has to deal with meeting a world she'd long forgotten, basically. But then also she's dealing with, somebody else is after the heart. So she's dealing with that too.
So a really cool feature about this book is Mo's mother has created a alternate history for her steampunk novels. And Mo has, with this book, began writing in that world also. Separate areas, so they can each explore different areas of the world without stepping on toes. But also hidden in different books are little nods to one another's areas.
In fact, the free book that I posted into the Facebook group, Riley for Real, is in that same steampunk universe.
So if
Also,
you... What's that?
Another feature, isn't this the one with the special font?
Oh, yeah. Talk about that.
So we have one fan that lives near my mother, who really loves our books. She will sit there and concentrate really hard to read them because she is dyslexic. And so she has a lot of trouble reading them, but she'll actually sit there and try to read our books, which is just a huge compliment to us. But what we found was a free open dyslexic font, which has been formulated specifically to help with those who have dyslexia. So the print version of this book, its interior is completely done in that font to help with those readers who have dyslexia. It doesn't stop regular readers from reading it. I can read it just fine.
Yeah,
in fact, when I was half asleep and editing this book, I put it into this font, and I was like, oh, I can read it easier. So it helps with readability. So
it reminds me of an old typewriter font from a newspaper.
Yes,
half a century ago.
Yeah, it's heavier on the bottom, so it almost looks like ink. The ink slid down.
So it's very cool. And then you also have a Patreon page that you wanted to mention and post to the Facebook event page, right?
We do have you call it Patreon?
I do.
I call it Patreon.
Potato, tomato, tomato, whatever. Post it.
On Patreon.
You call it
okay. I do have a Patreon. Right now, I've got one lovely subscriber who is my mother. She even pays me. I think she pays me so that I can shut up about it. But still, super helpful. I'm 90% close to my first goal, which is surprising with one Patreon, but of course it is my mother, which is y'all paying for my subscription to Funimation. Because I need something in the background while I art and write. But for $1, you get access to all of my love and affection and pictures of my cat, as well as you get one of my free shiny bookmarks. One free shiny bookmark. I get to pick which one, though. So it'll probably be Allura because they're the prettiest. And then at $5, you get 2 randomized holographic bookmarks. You get to vote on future projects. You get a doodle in your honor. I try to do all kinds of stuff for you.
Doodle in your honor.
I'm watching the Dick again.
You're watching the Dick again? I am not important enough. The Dick is more important than I am.
Oh, no. I know about all this. I can watch the Dick and his little Dick nose.
And then for $10 a month, which I call Kisses, you get 5 randomized holographic bookmarks, which is kind of a lie because I only have 5, so you get all 5. But if I get more, then it'll be a randomized 5. You get tutorial access, and you also get a 500 to 1,000 word short story with a basic theme of your choice that has to be approved by me or edited slightly by me.
In a related topic, there is a contest going on Amazon UK, which us in the US can also enter. And Victoria Schultz just posted about it, saying hello, quick hello and good night. Thanks to Travis Sivart, it's me, who messaged me about Amazon Kindle UK Storyteller competition. I've since been going bananas getting a book out in 3 weeks, and then have roughly a week to promote the hell out of it. Welcome back all, hope to hear from you again soon. And she posts a link to, it looks like a video. So she posted a video fine. I don't know what Facebook is doing.
Is it a YouTube video?
No, it's on Facebook, that's why.
Yeah, because if it's a YouTube video, those are the ones that had to be approved.
Yeah, Facebook is a dork. So.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're going to go into the last couple songs and then come back and finish up the show. So here's... Oh, wait. Andrea, you want to talk about your article now or when we come back?
I can do it now or what do you want?
Do it when we come back, because that'll give us the last few minutes of the show. So here's a little Cog is Dead with the Copper War, followed by Crimson Clocks. We'll be back. Yeah, it's like 7 minutes of music, so when we come back, we'll have, just 5 minutes. That'll give us a chance to talk about that and wrap up the show.
It's all over Pinterest. Tape.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mo's going to probably go on about it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm going to come up with this and you tell the other way, the better way.
Yeah, and we can discuss
all
that
of the
whole thing.
better ways.
The mailman died. That's not funny. I need to finish my show.
What show?
I want to see Wentworth. It's an Australian show. It's a woman's prison. But it's not like Orange is the New Black where there's a lot of boobs and lesbian sex, which is cool. But it's got a good story and good characters, and I like it.
Cool.
I really like it.
Be right back.
Boobs, lesbian sex. More about it?
What?
Boobs, lesbian sex.
Orange is the New Black on Netflix. Have you seen it?
Oh, okay.
Well, this Australian show...
Yes and no.
Well, Wentworth is an Australian show about a women's prison.
Not funny.
It's not supposed to be funny. But it's good. It's like Orange is the New Black, but better. In a different way. There's not all that...
Better?
Yeah, I mean, it's not all about all the girls are naked running around. Ew. It's got a good story.
Well, that's good.
Not bad.
Ugh. Now I got to find... Ugh.
What?
Did I tell you? The last time I took my Nana to the movies, she decided to blockade everyone from the bathroom by putting her walker in the middle of the walkway.
Oh, Nana.
Wonderful.
And her sign. That was great with the sign today.
Thanks. It was one of those moments of like, Nana's coming in and wants to say goodnight and ask me what I'm doing tomorrow.
You don't work tomorrow, do you?
I don't know.
Okay.
This finals for the school I work at, so I'm supposed to go in during the math final, but they didn't actually
It's me again.
ever tell me or schedule the math final. published Facebook video of the shiny bookmark. I don't think it will. We'll see what happens. I don't have internet connection in my room most of the time.
Just run a really long cord.
My Nana trips over the floor. We can't run a cord.
Hang it on the ceiling.
She trips on the ceiling.
Run it through the attic.
You know what?
Nana be tripping.
She does.
Nana be tripping.
Today, I thought she was going to fall because she decided, oh my gosh, I don't even know what her feet were doing, but she tripped, and then she tripped, and then she tripped all over the same piece of carpet. Like she couldn't lift her foot high enough to get over the fold in the carpet.
I can't say anything.
So
I
I'm
do
sitting there
that.
going, oh my God, don't fall.
I've done that. So are you going with us on the 10th to the bar for Frank's graduation?
Oh my gosh, it's the 10th. Okay. I don't know. Again.
Okay.
Okay.
That's when Mickey's sister's having her graduation party.
Oh.
I just got the invite, and I haven't even said yes or no to that. I'm like, I don't know, guys. It's June. That's my weekend that, like, I didn't have everything.
Now you do. Oh,
Yeah, I do.
Sean might be coming with us, and Kato has an Asian named Elizabeth. Yeah.
Her real name is Crizel.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it'd be Kato and Crizel.
2 bankers.
I had a question. Oh, continue talking. Don't mind me.
What? What's
Mine
the
is a
question?
completely different topic.
What's the question?
Travis, are you into gun safety? Or guns, I should say. I feel like if you're into guns, you should be into gun safety, but...
I agree with you. I own guns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a gun guy.
Okay.
So maybe.
I'm thinking of buying you a book.
Oh,
Yeah.
then probably. I mean, it's a book and it's guns. You know, that's a good combo.
Its title is Teaching Your Cats About Gun Safety.
Yes, you sent me the picture of that one. Yes, I would be into that. Yes. I shared that. I showed that picture off to a lot of different people. I'm like, look at this.
I'm really thinking about buying it because it's on sale now.
You know, even if you're like, I'm keeping it, but you get to read it. Okay. I would understand. And we got 30 seconds, guys.
Damn, there's a lot of leg up there.
Mm-hmm. It's beige. It's neutral. What?
There. I don't even know what part of my leg that is.
What are you doing? Do that, Kato.
Okay, 5 seconds. Coming back, guys.
Kato.
Yum.
Leg everywhere.
Everywhere.
And we're
Do
back.
that?
So, Andrea,
Yes. Oh,
what'd you find?
I'm on Pinterest, like you do. And I like to look up costumes and cosplay stuff and makeup. And then I came across this thing for open chest binding. Now, we did a panel at VidagoCon about different cosplays and touched upon open chest binding for, what is it called, crossplay?
Crossplay.
Crossplay. So, if you want to dress as a guy and do the open chest. And all the stuff I'm seeing is tape. Medical tape or duct tape or whatever for open chest binding. Don't do that. It's really bad. Mo, why?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I've had friends actually get hurt doing this. As someone who binds on a daily basis, I cannot believe people decide to do it with tape. And I understand open chest binding's a little bit different than closed chest binding.
Mm-hmm.
What can people
Covered chest binding? Because I wear a mesh underworks binder, which actually, if I had open chest, it wouldn't be that bad, except there's a bit of a seam up at the top. But if you're going to open chest bind, don't use tape, and definitely don't use ace bandages or any other, especially compression bandages, because compression bandages and ace bandages are built and made to get tighter and constrict you as the day goes on. So you might bind tight enough to be flat at the beginning of the day, but by the end of the day, you will be suffering. And not just it's not like, oh, I'll be in a little bit of pain. No, your body will be suffering. And people think, oh, I'll only do it for one day, for one cosplay. No, you can still do horrible damage to yourself in one day. People can get bruised ribs, cracked ribs.
What's some better options?
Some better options are to get a a flesh-colored mesh to put over a one-layer binder. A good nylon mesh binder, like the one I'm wearing right now, but I don't know if you want me to flash y'all on Twitch, but it's a nylon mesh, so it's what you would find in, like, actually don't know what you would find this in.
Well, you said it's what it's used after surgery.
It is used after surgery. When men have surgery, especially open chest surgery, they have to hold everything in place afterwards. So what they do is they buy one of these. It's like a sleeve made of stretchy mesh that goes around your chest, and it holds the gauze in place. And since it's made for men, it's shaped like a man would be shaped. And so it shapes you like a man would be shaped.
The amazing thing about this conversation is, for so many years, I've known men who cross-dress as women and how they use certain clothing to push up so it looks like they have cleavage or whatever. So this is really interesting for me to hear the other side of how to eliminate cleavage. Go on with what you're saying. It's kind of like, hey, opposite day. Here we are.
So sad.
Well, I never had any problem stuffing my chest. I always had trouble getting rid of it. So I did a lot of research because my mother would never let me do anything without research.
That's because my family's a big smart.
Research. Yeah. Yes. My family is a big research family. But if you're doing an open chest binding, which is a little bit different, and I understand that people are like, well, I want just my skin showing, it is not going to be easy. There are ways to do it for smaller chests that include the stick-on bras. Anybody heard of?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have.
The stick-on bra. Mm-hmm. If you get 2 of them and you can butterfly yourself open if you're small enough. It's made to be stuck on skin.
Yeah, instead of hooking in the front, you turn it so it hooks in the back.
Exactly.
And pulls them apart instead of pushes them in. Yeah.
So you have that sort of an option, but if you're bigger like myself, a good thing to do is to just get your binder and then get a flesh-colored suit or a flesh-colored sort of pantyhose style shirt to cover you up. And then it'll look like a skin on the top.
You also said in the panel, get some pantyhose, cut the crotch out, wear it as a shirt.
Yes, I have done it before for dance.
And there's our public service announcement for the end of the show. We've only got about a minute left, a little less. So I want to say goodnight to everybody and do a closing toast here.
All right.
Oh, here's to getting together with friends on a regular basis in whatever way you can, guys. And here's to learning from our differences and celebrating them.
Hear, hear.
Cheers.
Oh, no.
And next week, don't forget, we're going to cover that women's equality and men's rights.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you online. Go check out the YouTube channel and sign up for my free book. It's in the description on the Facebook page. Anybody else got any closing thoughts before I play the music?
Good night,
You should
John Boy.
also get our Dream Punk Presses free book, and then you should decide whose is better.
There we go. Let us know. Review it on Amazon and let us know. Okay. Good night, guys.
Hi.